Well, hello everybody. Welcome to CanaryCast. Can you hear us? Because I know we had audio problems last time.
Let's check all that first, then we'll kick off.
No, we're already there. We're already
Are we
live.
there?
Yeah, we're live.
And
Everything seems okay on my end, but that's about it. How is everyone doing today? You join us on a beautifully sunny day here in Norwich for Wayne Rooney's Derby County versus Daniel Farker's Norwich City. Joe, how are you? How are you getting on?
Good, mate. I'm feeling like champions-elect at this point after the other night. I haven't had a chance to speak about it yet, but it was just so much fun watching it. Like the first 5 goals, just all of them were just class. Like we were so good the other night. And I'm hoping that we're very, very high on confidence because we owe Derby a game and I would love to stick a few goals past them. We'll do predictions and everything in a minute, but surely we win this, Harvey. Confidence is sky high, mate. Surely we win it.
It would be typical Norwich to lose like 2-1 on the back of a 7-0 victory, to be fair.
Along come Norwich.
So along come Norwich, who absolutely bottle it. But look, we're all about optimism here at CanaryCast. If you know us, you know that we're the optimistic channel in the mix of Norwich channels. Let's have a look at the chat. Stu says, "Come on, let's have it. 2-1 or 3-0 are my predictions and bets for today. No first goal scorer. No Pookie hat trick in early with a 66-1. Why not? That's what I say."
On that note, my dad has Norwich to win the league and Pookie top goal scorer. He's had it all season, and the payout's like I think it's like $1,000 or something. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? I can't remember how many goals he's off Tony now.
He's on 25 and Tony's on 28. So 3 away. Be a nice old hat-trick today for Timu would do a job, wouldn't it? I think in that regard.
Double hat-trick, 6 in 2 is not a bad record.
Yeah, what did you think missing that game, Joe?
To be honest, as I was watching the goals flying, I was thinking it would be very fun to be on stream right now. But no, it was great fun. To be honest, I was fully behind getting in the lake by full time. I thought, yeah, get me in there.
It was so close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With Sheepman at the end. I was thinking it was definitely going to happen.
That was heartbreaking when you weren't in there. But I was also thinking at the time, as we used to do the thing where we'd have a beer for every goal. And you'd have needed a new liver by the end.
Yeah, transplant. Get me on a transplant list after that.
It would have been very dangerous for you. I think you would have been, you would definitely have been
You'd have been in trouble. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You'd have been in serious trouble.
That would have been embarrassing in the end, let's face it. Shall we talk about the football? Because we owe this lot a game. They obviously beat us 1-0 at Carrow Road fairly early on in the season, that Wayne Rooney free kick.
Lads in the dugout now.
I'm hoping we batter them 3-0, to be honest. But what do you see happening, lads? What do you fancy here today?
They've got a bit of a weakened team, quite a few injuries, especially in defence, but a lot of young players, opportunities. Patrick Roberts will be desperate to give us a game after, the kind of very poor performance he had on loan at Norwich. I think, like you say, I'll just go have a look at his pitch. I don't know. It was awful when I saw it last time. So that could be a leveller, but if it's decent, then Norwich should win. I think we're hungry just to finish it off now, isn't it? It will be up to 90 points if we win today. It would just be nice just to finish it off, really, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Harvey, what do you see happening, mate?
I'm going to agree with Stu in the chat and say it's definitely looking like a 2-1er, to be honest. 2-1 Norwich. I think they'll get there.
I'll take that. Shame Swansea picked up 3 points earlier because we could have obviously got promoted if them and Brentford had drawn today. But I think it is just a matter of time now, isn't it? We can have a celebration soon.
If you get 3 points today, I think it's 16 points in front of Swansea. I think that they would have a game in hand. But, that's a huge kind of gap, isn't it? No matter what it is. We are up. It's just, like you say, just getting it done really as soon as possible, really, because just want to go and celebrate, really, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. We haven't had a lot to celebrate this year. Bar the goals the other night, that was sensational. But it'd be lovely to go and have a bit of a celebrations and look forward to talking about VAR next year. Can't wait, lads.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. But you know what? I'd just rather be able to see what Leeds have done. Look at what they've done today. Got to beat bloody Man City 2-1. You think those are the scalps you want? Obviously, we did it last year as well. yeah, I'd love to be able to go back there. This is a nice stadium, but we've seen a lot of times this year, isn't it? Oh, the pitch doesn't look too bad actually now looking at it.
Yeah, it looks okay.
But you look at it and go, yeah, this is where you just want to be in the big time, really, don't you?
Of course you do. Of course you do. It's good for everyone. Unchanged team as well, of course. I can't argue with that today after last time out.
Oh no, it was you cut well, and yeah, unless injuries are playing a part, like you say, you have to keep the same team because it was just an incredible performance, really. I've never watched anything like it. I know Harvey said whilst I was off it, like it was like Scunthorpe 6-0. It's just it was just crazy. It was that was just so dominant. It was Huddersfield were appalling, but we were just so good. I can't believe how dominant we were in the game.
Especially consider how bad Norwich struggled against them at home, away from home.
Away, yeah. At the start of the season.
That's It's just the golfing class was so apparent.
Buendia
was on ridiculous.
So the second goal, for Pukki's second goal and the second goal in the game, that pass was halfway line. I know Huddersfield were very high, but just to put it so beautifully into Pukki's path, it was.
And for Pukki to know it was coming as well.
Oh yeah, I think Pukki said quite a few times, as soon as Emmy's got it, he's off and running, isn't he? Yeah. You know, the movement is quite easy because the gap's probably as big as Norwich and Ipswich in league table for the Huddersfield defence. But the pass is different level, absolutely sublime, and it was really enjoyable to watch. Yeah, just an absolute domination.
Yeah, Campbell as well was. I thought Campbell was brilliant. Not quite Emmy. Emmy's different gravy, isn't he? But he was sensational.
Can you imagine if that shot had gone in? The one where McLean's laid him up and he's hit the bar with that technique.
It dipped so much at the end. It was a great strike.
It would have been that would have probably been goal of the season potentially. It was just so good.
Yeah, it would have been. And for him can we call that him taking a set piece? I guess so. It was a layoff. Is that counting, Jacob? Are we saying he can hit a set piece now?
No, that's what me and Harvey were saying in the game. We were like, I said just before he'd done it, if he scores directly from the free kick, it's definitely going to be 8-0. But it was. I think we're saying it was a layoff. I would like to say Andrew Moba Medele got it right first time there.
Yeah, nice.
What a performance again from him. Just a couple of bits where he could have easily switched off as an 18-year-old. You know, the game was being dominated by Norwich. Just a couple of nice moments, but at the end, you saw Daniel Farke coached him. That's just the sign of a winner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is it Omar Baladile?
Amoba Medele.
Or Omar Medele, okay.
I was saying Amoba Medele, and Chris Gorham is saying Omar Bamadele. So I'm tempted to go with Chris Gorham because he's probably spoken to
I'm going to say Amoba Medele because I've actually got it now. It's in my head. I can actually say the words.
I quite like Omar Bamadele. It sounds cool. Omar Bamadele.
Imagine saying that quickly. Omar Bamadele! Oh!
Omar Bamadele! Who's the chat says, hope you're all well. Yeah, I'm all right.
Any bets today, Stu?
Oh yeah, he's got a bet on 2-1 and 3-0. So
I think
I can see 2-1 being a potential one today. Because this is a tricky one in terms of expectation, isn't it? Norwich are now expected to go and win after 7-0, and Derby kind of don't really have anything to lose. The only problem they've had this year is kind of goal scoring, and
then they took off England's top goal scorer and made him manager.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw in the first game against them, like they defended very well actually, and had one moment of luck in the whole game, and it switched the whole game, and they won it 1-0. I'd like to give them, like you say, at the start. Really like to go and give them a game today.
Yeah.
We owe them a performance because that first one was just where Norwich were not really clicking, were they? And it was just a bit here nor there. But yeah, I'd like to see us really go and batter them today and just enjoy the last few games. Really, what we've done is brilliant this season. I don't really know how Daniel Farke has coped with the injuries, the kind of transfer rumours. He's been brilliant and kind of showed his class really throughout, I think.
It's almost like he's sussed the championship and he's now got his blueprint. And especially at this stage in the season where it's just a mental thing, you need to get it done. I think he comes into his own. I think he's brilliant at that. He was last time.
I think it's the past 86 games. I think he's only had 11 losses.
Blimey.
In the championship in the last 2 seasons, which is, well, that's a magnificent record, isn't it? That's just automatic promotion every single season he's in there. The thing for him will be next year will be if he keeps us up. That's probably the biggest achievement he can do really at this club.
But even if he goes down, he'll probably end up with an even stronger championship squad to take us up the following year anyway. So
Just like lock
there's literally
Emmy
no
away
losses.
This is a guy that he didn't struggle in his first season, but it definitely took him a season to understand the league and know what he wanted. And since then, he's been an absolute godsend, really. Stuart Weather too. Just under 5 minutes to go here until kickoff. Would be nice to win today because we've got a couple of bigger games on the horizon with Bournemouth and Watford. I suppose you would look at them and think they were trickier games. We've just got to, this stage of the season, we've just got to get it done. But they are definitely a couple of bigger games on the horizon.
Yeah, 15 points clear of Swansea. So yeah, a win today will be 18 points clear. 5 points clear of Watford. It would probably really disappoint me. Well, yeah, I'd be really pissed off actually if we didn't win the title this year.
Yeah,
because we deserve it. Oh, Delia's there today. Derby of enough points, you'd say, probably to stay up and just need a couple more wins to make sure. But they do need to win.
They're a funny club, Derby. They always seem to have expectations of sort of playoffs top end, and you feel like the size of the club they should be there, and they always find a way to not do it.
Always in the playoffs, and they always get booted out first round.
Have you seen that their new owner, or who's like 27 years old and 29, and saying, "Yeah, we'll pay 20 million for any player, 150 mil to get us up," and it shows you how much we should never take for granted Delia Smith because at least we're always on the nice kind of same level of she wants the best for the club. Yeah. She'll give everything.
Hang on, wait. That's shocking analysis, Jacob. Let's head over to TalkSport to get the real lowdown on Norwich's financial situation. I don't think Norwich are a good club because they don't spend £100 million a season. Well, how did that go for any of the other people?
I look forward to that kind of that wonderful punditry next year because you're right, Harvey. Norwich could easily go and splash 50, 60 million, go down, and then have to owe a load of money to a load of clubs. What's the point of that? We're getting there slowly. Next year is huge, I think, for everyone. I don't think Max stays, even if we do when we do go up, unfortunately. But then you have to make sure that you keep it. Emi Buendia for me has to be our Wilfried Zaha. You have to keep him, no matter. I don't care what it costs.
Against his will.
Yeah, pretty much. What Palace has done with Zaha is pretty much that, isn't it? He's not exactly happy there, and he's 27, 28 now, and probably slightly over the hill in terms of getting a huge club for a number of years. I think you just got to do that with Emi. He wants to play Premier League football. If you just say to him, "Look, you are God here, mate. There is no one better than him that we could." He's the only irreplaceable player for me in that squad. I can't think of anyone else who can replace him in football right now. Yes, the scouting system will find a way. But Aarons has been fantastic, brilliant for 3 years. But I think you can replace him. Cantwell, same. I think you can replace him. Buendia for me, maybe Skip. He's also near that level, but Buendia is without doubt the only one that you just can't lose. You can't lose him. Imagine if we go up and lose him in the summer.
Can we get some Merson name pronunciations, please? Buendia.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Plaheta, Omar Medele, Janulis he'll struggle with. To be honest, he'll probably struggle with Tim Krul.
Yeah.
It's out to Cruel. No, Krul.
Krul? Oh, no. Oh, right. So Derby are coming out now. I think there's going to be a 2-minute silence for Prince Philip, who obviously passed away yesterday. But, they're just getting warmed up, black armbands, all that. What do you think of the pitch, Joe? It looks all right, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look as bad as we feared. There are some bubbles on it, but it looks fine for this sort of late stage in the season, doesn't it? It's not too bad at all, really. Shouldn't be a problem.
Tom Lawrence is the one to probably watch out for. He scored an absolute weldy against Reading, who Derby played really well against. They lost 3-1, but they hit the bar, hit the post, and another couple of really good opportunities. The only thing that stopped them, and probably Norwich could remember this from last year, defensive lapses in games have just caused them issues. So they played really well against Reading. I watched them, and they looked like they were getting there, and then just kind of fell away. And you could kind of see there's just a little bit of lack of quality there with the young defence, who they don't really have a main defender in there today. Andre Wisdom aside, that has played many games for Derby. No. So you've got Mengi, who's probably quite similar to the lad at Swansea on loan from Chelsea, Gahey, and the rest are very, very young. So Norwich want to kind of punish that today because we did with Huddersfield so brilliantly, and I'd love to see that again today.
You see in the press today that Wayne Rooney is pretty much saying he's sussed out how to beat Norwich. That is like fair play if he goes and does it, but it's a little early to plant that flag, surely.
I think they'll sit there. I don't think they'll come out much.
The high press, which is what a lot of teams have been operating against Norwich as an attempt to stop them, has worked catastrophic.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Derby pretty much just absorbed all the pressure and then just sprung on the counter attack. But they are operating with some really pacey defenders, and I don't know. We'll just have to see. It might just be a quality versus quality game, but
you get Patrick Roberts on the right trying to cut in, and Tom Lawrence on the left trying to cut in, like you say, Harvey on the counter. Kazim Richards up top is not fully fit. You got Joviak as well, who's quite a tricky winger, very inconsistent. Not as inconsistent as Plaheta, but near that level. Yeah. And Kazim Richards will be a pain. I think again he'll try and pin himself on him over Badele today. Use his experience and try and unsettle him because someone's got to. I need to see someone ruin Badele before the Premier League next season. I call him all different sorts of names and kind of go back through the times. John Terry, Rio Ferdinand,
Beckendele.
Just keep working back because he's the performance again though. I put a tweet out of the things he did. He made all passes bar 2, won all of his duels, all clearance rates perfection. It was just a really solid performance. I know he's played against two very weaker teams, but no, he just looks so calm and progressive on the ball, hasn't he?
It'd be interesting to see what they see him doing next season, whether they think we'll get a loan for him or whether he can be sort of fourth choice. Would be interesting.
I think they'd like to see him over a season at the same level. I wonder if he'd go to a team like a Derby or a sort of a playoff chaser to see out a season and then move from there. It's exactly what, I mean, let's be honest, half of the young talent that hasn't really performed at the level of some of the other ones have needed and just haven't received.
If Norwich were to stay down, which is not going to happen, they would play him next year, wouldn't they? Mm-hmm. But the Premier League is such a different beast.
But then would you want that Premier League experience young, so you're just used to it?
Yeah, that's your problem. It's a very fine balance, isn't it? I guess. Well, this is the 8 games before he started were kind of to show what he's all about. I'm just very impressed with him. I think I would prefer him over Zimmerman because he looks just very more assured on the ball.
He's just shown more about him, hasn't he?
He's just so calm. Like the way he's just so calm at centre back is marvellous. Like we've gone through the years of Seb Basong, who is always heart palpitations, and you can go through a whole list of Norwich centre backs where you go, okay, they weren't always the greatest, but him and Hanley do seem to complement each other well also. And to be on that left-hand side of the centre-back partnership shows how much kind of faith that Daniel Farke has in him when he does play there, because that's the progressive passer of the ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think he's done very well to replace Gibson so far this season.
Just let me know when it kicks off, just so I can get a good time of recording.
David, Marshall in goal today. Jacob, he always seems to have a half decent game against us.
Yeah, I can never remember a game where he doesn't make an absolute worldie save, to be honest with you, mate. Former Norwich loanee, of course. I just hope we
here we go,
give him a single chance today. I just want to give Derby a game because I think NCFC numbers put out, didn't they? That
underway.
It's just about to kick off, by the way, Harvey.
Yep.
2.5 years, the only team to beat Norwich at Carrow Road in the Championship. So a bit of a bogey side. I'd just love to win and get us up to 90 points. Question to you two boys: are we getting 100 points this year?
How many games have we got left after this? 6?
5.
5. So another 15 points.
We are 90 points after this one, by the way, if we win.
I think, probably, mate.
Do you think?
I think probably at least we'll get 99. I'd have thought. Yeah.
That's not 100.
But will we get a draw in another one? I feel like we probably will. I think we'll probably just about do it. Yeah.
What do you think, Harvey?
No, I don't think so.
I must be more inclined with you. I think it'll be 94, 95. I think we'll just be slightly with the opposite quality of opposition we've got. Playing to Janulis here. 46 minutes gone. 46
minutes gone.
That was quick.
Back to TV Pookie. Go on then. Oh, Kieran. Oh.
All right.
Kieran Dow's mistouched it, Harvey.
Classic. Classic.
on Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't remember what the day was. He was the only one, wasn't he? He scored a brilliant goal in that 5. I just love to see him control the ball a bit better and be a little bit more progressive. Because I really want it to work for him. It just needs to click.
Yeah. The double 1-2 on that goal was really nice because I think Emmy definitely could have got a shot off there. It was really, really nice.
Oh yeah, he could have scored. They were taking the piss, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
Giannoulis now on the left-hand side, plays it down the line. Kenny McLean, very forward so far.
Noah's in the chat asking what the delay was. There was 2 minutes silence for Prince Philip's.
Yes.
I'm 2 or 3 seconds ahead of you, Jacob. I don't know if you've got yours on live or not.
Let me just click.
David Marshall with the free kick for Derby here, next to his penalty area. Hoofs it long. Grant Hanley's going to get his head on that. Yep, shot.
Yeah, I'm now in line with you.
Okay.
Well,
Derby have nicked it in the final third here. 3-on-4. Poor ball through. Zozwiak chases it, but that's going to go out for a goal kick.
Difference in quality in the Premier League. 1-0, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the difference. But yeah, good opportunity.
No, Zozwiak.
Derby closed down very well there. Yeah, should really have.
Poor ball.
Kenny McLean losing it on just before halfway. Ball through, poor, but Norwich,
Kenny and
punished.
Oman Bamadelli and Canley just playing it around at the back. I had to pause there to make sure I got the name right. Pretty patient.
And you're going to say, oh, I'm over Bamadelli. Yep, again, looks confident on the ball. Nearly got nipped in by Tom Lawrence there.
In the chat, what do you reckon the score's going to be? Let's get some people in the chat giving us some predictions, let's say.
And if you are in the chat, if you could just like the video for us, that'd be brilliant. Hopefully we get a few more bodies in there.
What do you think of Max Aaron's coming back at the midweek, Joe? Looks a lot better, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And it was nice that we were able to rest him and it not actually matter on results. It was nice to get that game where we rested 3 or 4 after the international break, wasn't it? Yeah,
I can't believe he was so far up for the Hugo goal. He's playing out front, wasn't he?
Yeah. The left-footed cross as well. It was very. I don't know why he put him up there. I don't know.
I don't know why he was there.
I have
no idea why he was there.
I don't know if anyone asked him afterwards. I hope someone does at some point.
Lovely ball over. Giannoulis, left-hand side of the box. Cuts it back. Kenny McLean. Deflected and over. Good, lovely switch. I tell you what, he's a joke, isn't he? He's a cheat code, isn't he? He's a cheat code, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's just lovely ball. Giannoulis lays it back, and McLean hits it from about 12 yards out, slightly left of the goal.
Deflected. Kenny looks up for it. Looks up for it, Kenny.
The mayor. Ollie says 2-0 Norwich, and Nalabala TV says afternoon, lads. Hi, Nalabala.
Afternoon, Nalabala.
Ball in, Hanley. Oh God, what part of his shoulder head is that?
Yeah, that is the one bit of his game that.
For a man who can head the ball so well and so cleanly defensively, he always heads it out. That's his shoulder there. He has no idea where the ball's gone. He has a little look round like this, and it goes wide. Really good opportunity actually. It's in the 6-yard box.
Should probably target, really. Yeah.
Oh, should hit the target. Should have scored, I think, don't they?
Yeah, probably. He's not very far out. It's weird how he can do that defensively and not offensively. It's bemusing, but there you go. I think it was just the one against Cardiff this season he scored, and that was a yard out.
He dived on it as well, didn't he, really? Yeah. But no, he's I can remember Brentford, he had a good I think pretty much every game he's played. he's had a chance, which, it's just so weird to see someone so good defensively head the ball.
All over the top to Giannoulis here.
It's Pookie Giannoulis.
Kenny's left ball.
Good play your first time, should you go?
Yeah,
Pookie he plays it across. Pookie scores. He cuts back, tries to play it back to Kenny McLean in the box, and it just goes behind him. Good opportunity. Norwich switching the play. A lovely ball from Grant Hanley, to be fair to him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, lovely.
Norwich just dominating the ball now. 5 minutes in. Grant Hanley's had a lovely chance in the 6-yard box. Hit his shoulder.
1-2. Here goes Aaron's.
Aaron's right-hand side.
Ooh. No, get up, Max. You're not going to win. Oh, my God. That's soft.
Yeah, Norwich Joviak's just clipped him. But he's a good diver, isn't he, Max Aaron's? We saw that against Reading.
Grant Hanley's been tutoring him on it.
Yeah. No, he cuts back there, Max.
Such a dive.
Yeah, it's a foul. He wins it well. Good opportunity now for Norwich.
Andrew Mann says Pookie stays hot. Giannoulis breaks through.
Ooh, I like that. Dimmy's got forward well early on so far. He's had some really good cross opportunities. They seem to be leaving him a lot.
Dowell on
Kieran
this
Dowell.
one? Yeah.
Kieran Dowell's whipping, left-footed. His
No
set-piece
idea.
delivery wasn't great in midweek, but love to see him whip it into Grant Hanley's head here, or even a Moba Medele. That would be.
Ooh. I thought he might have stuck it low to Kenny there, but never mind.
First man.
Yeah, it's always annoying, isn't it? Always feels like a waste.
More frustrating, I don't think.
There's some suspicious trims in here. We might have to get on Crime Stoppers here.
They'll have a club hairdresser.
Hairdresser.
Norwich have settled well in the first 7 minutes. Only one chance for Derby where Kenny McLean gave the ball away close to his penalty area. Emi Boydier is looking very, very bright early on, dominating the game from the right-hand side. Dow, Pookie, or Dow just can't get there. Derby break on here. If Ollie
All
Skip
over
doesn't...
the top. Oh, wow, he made that look easy.
Yeah, all over the top. Joviak's very heavy favourite for it. Moba Medele just decides, you know what, I better turn on the afterburners and comfortably gets there first. What a... Oh, God. Don't get over exaggerated. Lovely little bit of play.
He needs a nice big contract, that lad.
Nalabala
Nice
TV says Dowell is an absolute Rolls Royce of a player. I'd say he's a Lamborghini of a player. He looks good, but is like classically awfully unreliable.
Alfa Romeo or something like that. Ball over the top. Giannoulis well forward. He's in the penalty area. Furthest man forward.
Very early on here. Very much enjoying the space he's been given.
Who's filling? Oh, Skip's filling the gap. Yeah, makes sense.
No, Dowell on his day is a wonderful footballer. I just need to see more progression from him, consistency basis wise, because I haven't seen that yet. And to be fair, he hasn't played enough games. But Stiefman's looked bright when he's come on a couple of times. He really should have scored to get Joe in the river the other day.
Yeah,
Skip, lovely ball.
Right
here on the left hand side. Oh, I can't quite keep it in. Go for a throw. But no, Kieran Dowell. I still think we need another number 10 for me.
100%. That's the one position where I'm absolutely certain we need to spend some money.
And a centre back for me. Those two for definite, I would say, because just because the centre back curse has kind of followed Norwich for 2 seasons now. I think you do need one more.
Yeah, I feel like we should have one more anyway because we feel like we've learned a lesson.
Hits it straight at David Marshall.
Nice,
but no, I think
Marshall.
It depends if you keep him over Medele, though, doesn't it? Oh, good ball in behind here. Joviak gets in behind Aaron's left-hand side of the penalty area.
Grant
Thanks,
Hanley.
Aaron's big fat head. Loves it. That's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
He does that header so well. I guess he just lets it hit him. Good ball from Cantwell at the other end. Basketball this. End-to-end football. Emi Boydier now. Finds Kieran Dowell. Just died a little bit. Derby back in position. Thought there was a counter-attacking opportunity.
Yeah, it did.
No, Emi Boydier is kind of taken already 5-6 players out of the game with his passing and his dribbling and looks very confident, doesn't he? Kieran Dowell on the right-hand side plays Cantwell just outside the box, trying to cut it back. Can't quite get there. This looks like a nice open game so far, though.
It does. Nice quick start. We look well up for it. Both
teams.
Just
Kazim Richards. I tell you what, Kazim Richards is about 6'2", absolute beast. Skip shoulder to shoulder. I think Kazim Richards thinks he's going to go down, and Skip just robs him of it. Absolutely wonderful play. Great player, isn't he?
Go on, Todd.
Now, right hand side, just inside the box. Oh, that looked like a foul. Is it in the box?
Yeah.
On the line to me, which would equal a penalty. It has been given a free kick. Graham Shinney's absolutely took him out there. Should be a yellow card. Is he in the box here, Jay?
No, it's all right. It's a free kick.
Very, very close.
It's remember just this side of the white line. Yeah, literally just this side of the white line. We're all right.
Nalabalat says, trialling a new system where you play or float between fullback and striker. That's like FM, isn't it? It's Aussie Ideal's level of ideas system-wise. I think it is exactly what I'd do in Football Manager. You get a good regen striker, put him at left back, don't you? You know, the only thing you do.
It would be... after seeing Aaron's do it in the week and now Giannoulis the furthest man forward, you do wonder if something's been said or whether Daniel Farker's found a bit of a loophole, or so he thinks.
He just goes, need you in the goals, mate. Need you in the goals.
Joe or whips in?
I think he's going to stick it on the edge of the penalty 6-yard box.
I think he's going to hit the wall. Right, let's see what he does.
Oh,
Oh!
he's gone near post and it's just flashed wide. I think that might have taken a deflection off the wall, just seeing it, but no, didn't.
Oh, unlucky Kieran Dow. He does have an attempt.
He definitely done the.
I mean, how they let that go through, I do not know. Hit the side netting, nearly though, for Kieran Dow. I like he's had a shot there. I like that hunger. Wants to finish.
Definitely done the defenders and David Marshall with his eyes. They definitely thought he was going, put it in the mixer. Go on, Pookie. Pookie against Wisdom here. Handball, Wisdom? Yeah. Norwich free kick about halfway in the Derby half. Is that Mengi or... it's Mengi. Apologies.
12 minutes gone. Derby 0, Norwich 0. If you just joined us, a couple of half opportunities for Norwich. Janulis getting forward very well on the left-hand side. Kieran Dow hitting the side netting. Grant Hanley letting it hit his shoulder in the 6-yard box. But Derby trying to just sit back and counter-attack really on any Norwich mistakes, which have been few and far between so far. Norwich looking comfortable. Buendia just kind of floating as he does, spraying a lovely couple of passes and taking players on. He looks very bright, as does Todd today. Not seeing too much from Timu just yet. Kenny McLean spraying it over the top. Lovely ball. Aarons doesn't need to go back there and cuts it back and loses it. Good opportunity there for Norwich. Again, good floated through ball over the top.
Our wing backs are always quite high, but they seem even higher today. I think
Derby seem to be trying to get it in behind as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Like what Watford did in the game at Vicarage Road, where they're just trying to kind of put it in behind the fullbacks, which are kind of non-existent. But what they do not realise, this is not Christos Zimmerman they're playing against. They are playing against the bloody Irish god that is an Andrew Mogan.
He looks like he's been playing Premier League football for 4 or 5 seasons. It's a joke.
My dear on the right hand side. I tell you what, when he makes a mistake, like I'm just going to try and just look forward to Harvey just saying, laughing at me.
Wow.
And,
It's been end to end this,
Been a good start, hasn't it? First
first 13 minutes. Norwich had a lot of the ball as usual. I think Derby, like we were saying beforehand, are just going to try and counter-attack. But no, there's opportunities there for Norwich. You can see that. It's just
the high press is utterly non-existent. So clearly they've gone, this isn't the method to beat them.
It's trying to be structured when countering with quick attacking players, really, isn't it?
Mm.
Try and get them behind when you have got the ball. But
shame none of them are as quick as Omar Bamadeli, but there you go. That's more for us. Why are they ripped? Colin Kazim-Richards with the rips in the back of his sock. I don't know why players do that. It must just be so the socks aren't as tight.
Maybe Madele winning it
Bigger
well
socks,
there again.
surely.
Richards.
Isn't it?
That or someone stamped on him.
Well, he is playing next to... Go on, Pookie.
Oh, poor back pass. Pookie nearly there.
Should have wiped him out then.
David Marshall comes and collects it. That's what I was talking about Derby before the game. They do just have defensive lapses. Yeah. Grant Hanley knocking it back well there, Tim Krul, which we've done well to eradicate this season, I think.
Mm-hmm. We have.
Swansea aside was the last game where I thought, too many silly errors, which cost us the game. Pookie, lovely little flick. Kenny McLean winning it, gets fouled, surely.
Yellow there, ref, yellow. Max Bird, about to get a yellow card, I think.
Should be booked for that because it was a cynical challenge. Pookie was in with the follow-through, actually. Yeah, don't know if he was offside. Lovely little flick from Pookie, though. Mm-hmm. Wisdom got sold by, badly. Yeah, it's a foul. Good foul there from Bird. From a Derby perspective, should be a yellow card, though. Norwich had a really good break there.
The ref looked like he's been in his pocket, but he's got a yellow card. I've put it up. Yellow card for Max Bird.
Kenny McLean getting forward a lot today, isn't he?
He is. Skip, Hanley, and Omar Bamadeli seem quite comfortable when it's them three left at the back.
Their ball in. Right. Can we just say no more free kicks, Emmy?
It's done. That's over.
I don't know why he pulled rank there. I know he's the best player at the club, but
I think that's probably why.
Please let me take it. It's the only
error back in here, just behind the Norwich defence. Kind of slows it all down. Comes to Tom Lawrence, who whips it in. Good header away, Grant Hanley. That'll be a Derby corner for the first time. But they do look to really try and be counter-attacking Norwich's fullbacks here today, Derby. look very keen on getting it in behind as quickly as possible.
I almost feel like voting for Hanley for Player of the Season.
Yeah, well, I can understand why, but you can't let a player of the ability of Emi Buendia not win that award. He's been a difference maker in almost every game, and it would be criminal to, whenever he does leave, to not let him win Player of the Season.
I mean, the Barry Butler will be up there with Ballon d'Or for him, won't it? So.
Oh yeah, when
that takes pride of place on the shelf, doesn't it? That's like right in the middle.
Max Aarons, Todd then gets rid of it completely. Poor corner from Derby. Norwich getting back up the pitch. But yeah, first 16 minutes has been no clear-cut chances as of yet. Patrick Roberts has been non-existent as he just gets the ball. I hope Dimmy snaps into him today. Does well there though, Patrick Roberts.
Yeah, he's done all right.
Pulls it back to Tom Lawrence, 25 yards out. Does Matt a nice little turn. Joviak not quite working. Skip doing really well to defend. And it's just got clear. Forsyth whips it back in. Maybe Medele again. Yeah. Good clearance.
It's the pressure I think gets to people when they say the name, isn't it? It's like, I have to get it right.
Wins the ball through easy enough for Paul. It's just that kind of trying to speak quickly. The one thing you don't want is how many syllables is it? Moba Medele, like 6?
Yeah. Has he got Twitter? Do you reckon we can get a confirmation on how to pronounce his name out of him? That'd be handy.
I don't know if he would. Yeah, it would. Well,
it's worth a try, right?
Scoring job. We'll go with Moba Medele. I'm sure he doesn't really care.
True.
We only had to wait 3 years for Max Aarons to tell us how to.
8 runs.
Good ball from Moba Medele. Finds Aarons on the right hand side. Back to Emi Buendia, who again. Nice little pass, Cantwell, Skip. These triangles are lovely from Norwich, aren't they?
Yeah.
Buendia, about 30 yards out. Nice little ball to Cantwell.
I've been thinking recently that...
Kieran down in the box. Sorry, blocked, cleared. Were we just talking for no reason?
No, you're completely gone.
Now
about TV says, Skip Hanley and Obama Delay sound like great solicitors.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a practice. Imagine all that font at the top.
Do you know this lovely ball? Can't quite find Todd. No, I agree.
But just the logo would just be a brick wall.
Yeah. First 20 minutes. Norwich haven't had a ball. Well there, Kieran. Well then, Kieran. Do something with it. Right hand side of the box. Cuts in, Dow, looked like he's fouled. He was.
Oh, you know what? You know when players are going to go down? He was just waiting for a touch. Why did he not go down like another yard further so he was in the box?
Because they wouldn't have given it. It's too soft. He's done really well to nick it from Forsyth there, Kieran Dow.
Yeah,
trying to find Skinny. Cuts in, he just kind of ran into trouble and then he's just waiting for the touch. And this is just outside the box, like as close as it can be. Slightly right of centre. Probably favours a left footer. Yeah.
I think Dowell's going to have it, yeah.
If this is, again, we probably say it every single week, Mario Vrancic on the pitch, you'd say this is 1-0 here.
Yeah.
Very, very reminiscent of his goal against Wickham, if you can remember that. Very similar position, just slightly right of centre.
Just quickly on Vrancic while we wait for them to line up this free kick, Jacob. New contract in the summer, or is he going to be off?
I would always offer him a new contract. I would offer him a contract until he's about 40, mate, until you have those free kicks and set pieces. No, he's been very quiet in terms of game time recently, isn't he? I think, but he's always got a place there for me. I think for me, he's still one of the best players on the ball at Norwich, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, definitely our best set piece taker, which is worth a lot.
I would say keep him. I know the legs were never really there at Norwich, were they? But no, I think you keep him. No shadow of a question for me. I think he's a quality player who, for an extra year, why not? Kieran Dowell here is going to step up, I think, like you say, Joe. Buendia also wants it. Does slightly favour left.
Oh, yes! Get in!
Oh, that is beautiful. We said he was world class. Nanabala TV, Rolls Royce, spot on, mate. That is a beautiful free kick. Top bins. Fantastic free kick. That is such a difficult skill to get up and down so quickly. The pace, the trajectory, superb. 1-0 Norwich City. Great goal, Kieran Dow.
What the Wall are doing? The Wall have split and the ball's gone sort of over it, sort of through it. And Kieran Dow's absolutely twatted it top bins. Like hardly that. Not a lot of arc on the ball. It's just flown in the top corner. Still going up just before it reaches the net. It's a great strike.
Well then.
And will be available on Twitter soon.
Keep an eye on Twitter if you want to see that goal. Norwich winning.
1-0. Kieran
8-0.
Dowd.
8-0. Go for the 16-0 aggregate. That's what I need.
Norwich have done what they didn't do last time against Derby and nicked a goal. Wayne Rooney looks
Properly
overweight.
top bin. That is properly
usual.
top bins. And then the keeper absolutely, when Marshall just absolutely misses the ball on the follow-up to really sell that he looks like a fool. Lovely free kick, that.
Emi Buendia spreads it wide onto left to Cantwell. Overlapping Yanulis looks for the ball here. He's picked it up just near the corner flag. Norwich thrown by the corner flag.
It's great from Kieran, that, isn't it?
Lovely, yeah. Really nice free kick.
It's actually that's probably the best free kick we've seen at Norwich. I know Vrancic likes a floater. That is hit with such pace and accuracy. And fair play to him. That is a beautiful free kick. And we do know he scores well, these Kieran Dowd. Did against Forest.
And now he'll have like the shittest game of his career.
Yeah. Let's hope not. Imagine if he could build on these performances. We might actually have a player in there.
These little sparks, isn't it? Like we're saying, he's got it. And that's probably the frustration. That's probably why everyone's been frustrated with him, wherever he's been, that he just needs
because he just for half a second he shows something absolutely magnificent. And then
he showed that in Norwich again.
Yeah.
He's done exactly what we've been told by every club that's ever had him, or supporters from every club, that he has got that ability to score an absolute beauty. And you're like, okay, right, let's get it done now. And it's just not always follow through. But no, he's done very well in the last couple of games with the goals he's got. And he's looked bright today, to be fair. Buendia picks it up. Ooh,
well in, Kenny. Great tackle from Kenny there.
Yeah, wonderful tackle. Good pressing from Norwich. They want the kill now, don't they?
Buendia's on the floor. Holding his calf. I think he's all right. I think he's
the only player I don't really worry about with Norwich when he goes down, because he's rolling around, which normally means he's okay to continue.
Normally means he's going to snap into the lad as well.
He'll remember who Jay. Yeah, it's not really even a foul.
Get your bets in on yellow card points, because there's going to be definite.
When near on Joviak, just hobbling here, Emmy, but he's absolutely fine. He's just looking around, just seeing what number Joviak is, so he can remember it and kill him in a minute.
Well, if you haven't already and you're enjoying what we're putting out, give us a like. We really appreciate it. And we are trying to get up to 425 subscribers today. So if you haven't already, give us a subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Norwich are 1-0 up thanks to a beautiful free kick.
We call it a weldy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's hardly any arc on it until it dipped just before it hit the net. It had crossed the line. It was still sort of going on its, with power, not dipping. What I think the best thing I
can call it is
the ball went in the net.
Yeah.
You have two goalkeepers, they're not saving it. It's as top corner as you could possibly get. It's a wonderful, wonderful strike. And yeah, deserved for Norwich. Big goal. Very much enjoyed. 1-0 Norwich.
Happy days. Right, let's get another one. Come on, let's put this lot to bed.
I think we've got to say that. Yeah, I'm just watching it back again. It's just such a beautiful free kick.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, it's nice to have well, he's only done it once, let's be real, but it's nice to have someone else to turn to on a set piece when Mario's not around.
Well, he tried it just before, didn't he? What we were saying, he tried it and it hit the side net, and it was a bit more of a difficult angle, but the connection was okay. But that free kick, no one could do anything about that.
It looks like it looks like he's been putting the hours in down
here.
Coney.
Sorry, just cutting you off, Joe. Left hand side, enters the box. Todd Cantwell.
Aaron's his far post. Oh, hard luck. Recycled the ball. Cantwell with it again now. Oh, ref, get out the way.
Only the referee can stop Emi Buendia from playing football today, it seems. Emi's so pissed off with him. Brilliant. No, 25 minutes gone. Norwich really showing their dominance here. Derby have had a couple of counter-attacking opportunities, but Norwich have looked by far the better side.
Emi just having a go at the ref. Just like, what are you doing? Get out of my way.
Nalabala says, Buendia yellow card, you know what's coming. It's just, it's definitely going to happen.
Get some money on it, Nalabala.
A lovely play from Todd and Kieran Dowell. Beautiful football. Oh, it just, its eye of a needle just nips off Kieran Dowell's foot. Ollie Skip. Counter attack for Derby was on. Ollie Skip just goes, not today, lads. I don't fancy you scoring.
Jacob, if we got Skip back, didn't sell Max or Emi, and brought absolutely no one in, would you fancy staying up?
No. But that would be incredible. Ollie Skip.
All in? Oh no, David Marshall Smothers.
I tell you what the thing is, Joe. The only thing that says no to me for that is because injuries, and we need a bit more squad depth for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we've seen that so many times. But what I do really like from this, if you got Ollie Skip back, you'd be an absolute. God, it'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? I'd love to see Ollie Skip back. I just don't think he comes back, does he, mate? But he is an incredible talent, without a shadow of a doubt.
He's just making it.
How's Aaron's here? Here he is again. Oh, he just reads the game. Yeah. Kenny McLean comes across well there. Yeah, wonderful.
Oh.
27 minutes gone. I haven't seen too much from Derby yet. I'm sure they're about to score a worldie here. Tom Lawrence hits it. Oh, it doesn't go far wide. I'm going to shut up. Stop talking. Stop trying to say things.
He was
probably the only thing they got today, isn't it?
Yeah. He was real top prospect for a long while at Derby, and he's never really pushed on past it, has he, Tom Lawrence?
No, well, obviously he's probably had in the last couple of years probably more car crashes than actual goals. So no, it's one of those, isn't he? That's what you look at like when you see the difference of him, though. He's bright and and then you look at the difference between Emi Buendia. Yeah. I always compare them back to Emi Buendia. You just think, how on earth have we got him? Like I could watch him all day long. I can't wait for him to hopefully be in a Norwich shirt next year. I just hope that with the COVID market, people just can't take the risk on him with the money, because Webber will want
50 at least. You
think 50? Yeah, he's worth 50 for us because he's just so indispensable.
Yeah. I reckon Webber. I honestly think Webber will just be like 50, or we're not having a conversation.
What do you think he's worth, Harvey?
40. To be honest,
big money. Isn't it? Big money.
It's big money. A lot of money. I don't see how Norwich receive a £40 million bid for him and say no. To be honest, he's good, but he's
even with the Prem money coming in next year,
especially with the Prem money.
Do you think that maybe clubs just go, let's see if he's that good in the Prem?
Yeah,
give him one. So. That's what I think for that kind of money.
But then what if he's absolute class in the Prem again, and then adds another £20 million? It's worth the gamble. It's worth the gamble.
You remember when back in the summer we would say, right, this year from Emi we need goals as well as everything else. And
we said double, didn't we?
Yeah, and he's done that in the Championship, and I do wonder if teams would be like, right, we're pretty sure he's good. If he does that in the Prem, we'll go in for him.
Do you think he goes to an Arsenal though? Like, because they're being very hard. Like, it seems like such a club in disarray.
Yeah.
Like,
I just don't know if Buendia is the answer to their problems. They have so many problems, and Buendia is not the answer.
Does he really want to be going and trying to carry that club, which he will be with that kind? If he goes for that kind of money, a club will be expecting that from him, won't they?
Yeah.
Unless there's more behind Pep Guardiola's nice words than we think.
Oh wow! Are you saying Buendia to City?
Yeah, I'm just making up rumours on a Saturday afternoon, Jake. Don't mind me, but I'm just thinking.
Do you honestly see him playing for them?
No.
If Pep watches us and likes what he sees, then surely he likes what he sees from Buendia. He's our best player.
Wow.
Oh, Derby chance here. Great block, Grant Hanley. Superb block.
Oh, wow. That is superb. That is why he has been, and to be fair, like you're saying, Joe, that is why he's so colossus at the back. What a block. Magnificent. Against Patrick Roberts as well, which is always sweet. He would have been desperate to score against us.
Roberts is cut in and sliced it so bad.
He's done Giroud a couple of times. What a block, Grant Hanley, though. Absolutely magnificent block from
Derby. Zosiak in behind, squares it. Good tackle, Grant Hanley again.
Brilliant.
And Alabama TV says Buendia will be a January panic buy and not a. I would sympathise with that opinion, to be honest. What are Everton going to need if they have another sort of injury-laden Christmas like they had this time?
Yeah.
But then if we get to that stage, are we then again saying, see if you can keep us up, Emmy, and then you can go? Like, it just goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
And by the time he's 35, he's still at Norwich and he's still yo-yoing.
I think you have to keep. I think you have to make him your Wilfred Zaha. I really do. I think
Even
he's
if
that
you're
good.
paying him, even if you're paying him 50k more than everyone else, I think personally, I don't think Weather will do that, but personally, I'd be tempted.
It sort of spits in the face of no one's bigger than the club, though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's like, no, this guy's way bigger than the club, and we have to keep him.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
no, it
we
does.
are in pieces. Now, I think I don't think he'll go in the summer. I think he could go in the January, and he'll definitely, if not, he'll definitely go in the following summer.
Yeah, surely he's got to be winding down his Norwich City career now. It feels like that. We'll just enjoy it whilst we have him. I feel like I know what Wolves fans felt like when they had Neves and Jota in the Championship, and I think cheat code is the best way to put it.
Yeah, it is just it's like bringing on a player that is not only too good for this team, but probably good enough for the next 10 teams up.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
it's just like, well, this is ridiculous. How do I even deal with him? But I think the biggest bit about it is because he actually does connect with all of the Norwich players really well as well.
Lovely play from Dow here. Lovely 1-2 with Janula's shot. Drags it just wide, but well, not just wide, quite a way wide.
It's such good play.
Yeah, it was lovely.
That's where you want the world. That's where you probably expect the worldie to come in again. But he looks confident.
That might
really
be
nice.
Worth, that might be worth a clip.
That's 3 players there. And then it's just right. Yeah, he's hit it like.
He's got the shot wrong, but lovely up until.
Oh yeah, it's gone close to the corner flag. The shot, but wonderful play. That's what you want to see. So much better.
Now Labala makes a good point in chat. Don't break the identity, Joe. It's what has got us here. It's way too important for a Zaha-style wage structure. Yeah, I don't think Weather will do it, but it would be tempting if you were him. If you could pay him 30, 40 grand extra and keep him, that's a difficult call to make.
And yeah, I mean, we probably said the same with James Maddison.
Yeah,
let's be fair. We said probably so, and we found someone better. I hate to say the word better, but more influential.
Aside from set pieces, better.
Would you say he's going to have a better career than Maddison?
Well, his ceiling's higher. His ceiling's
really?
higher.
I find it mental that he doesn't play for Argentina already, but I suppose they're just waiting for him to play Premier League.
I mean, that's a big call out because their attacking lineup is incredible.
I know, but you think like players like, and nothing against players like this. You think Janulis plays internationally, Kenny plays internationally.
You talk about completely different nations.
Yeah, but you feel like surely he's good enough. Surely.
But that's the difference between saying, yeah, Omar Baladile is going to get into the Irish squad and he'd be deserving of it, and then you go, oh yeah, and he'll probably get into Lionel Messi's team as well. It's like the comparison isn't there.
Who? When Dia displaces Messi? No, I'm joking. Now. I really am taking the piss now. Good tackle from Skip again. Shock. Todd with it on the left here, hasn't got a lot of help, finds his way out nicely against 2 men.
Oh, wow, yeah, very well played. Dow's doing these little flicks and tricks, which you think kind of shows off how confident he is, which is actually really nice to see.
Yeah.
The free kick giving him a lot of confidence, I think.
Yeah, he looks confident for the first time in a Norwich shirt, I think.
Well, hopefully he can get a good touch and maybe do something with it. You know, let's not go mental.
If he gets the first touch right, the next few touches are quite good. It's just if he gets the first touch.
Yeah, it's just that first bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got a Joe Linton
touch. See, in terms of contracts this summer, because obviously last time we went out, we had I think it was about 14 new deals, wasn't it, across the squad? Obviously the contracts are fairly long as they are, but do you think we'll see a load of new contracts in the summer? They've obviously got their promotion wage rise, you would imagine they've all got that, but do you think we'll see...
Mario is not as important, but I would like to give him another year. And Todd's the one you just need to keep in because I can again see him having a good Premier League year. I think that game, Ollie skips on a run here, finds Buendia right hand side.
Oh, good save.
Pulls back. Cantwell, good save, Dave Marshall. Yeah, I see Todd again influencing well, and he enjoys the big games, like the really big games, even more than these ones. He's done well this year for me after a poor start. And yeah, again, like we're saying, with profitability and stuff, you want to make sure you get the most out of him.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'd say he'll be probably first on their list, really.
Yeah, if it's not already happened.
Amobi Madele, again, doing well. He does foul Tom Lawrence, but yeah, gets away with it. was going to say, he doesn't really make any silly lunges or anything, does he?
No.
Which is what I like most about him, I think.
I also like that he's like 10 strides per, well, 10 strides, but he's about 2 strides back from where you would expect the centre back to be, because he then can judge it a bit better.
Ball over the top for Emmy here, just gets into the box on the byline. Corner. Go on, Jacob.
Each other so well, handling him over Madeli, because Hanley's the aggressor, isn't he? He loves getting tightened, being really aggressive behind the forward. Whereas over Madeli, like you say, Harvey, is a bit more of a covering centre half who enjoys I think it's because he probably backs his pace and his reading of the game more, and doesn't want to get caught out. I think he backs himself to be able to cover.
Hanley goal. That's from this corner, by the way.
Ooh.
I can see it.
That'd be nice.
Hanley on target, big enough goal.
Looks like Colin Kazim-Richards is marking him / Max Bird, which is a bit weird. Far post. Oh, Janulis.
Oh, good deflection. Kazim-Richards deflects it.
Janulis free at the far post there.
Good chance. Janulis wanted handball here. I don't think it hits Kazim-Richards' arm. We'll just see it. Derby look horrendous. Oh, it is it's handball, isn't it?
Looks like
it. Be a pen.
No, I think it's his shoulder.
VAR. That was his forearm. His forearm.
That is a penalty. That is a stone wall penalty, referee. You're there. You're looking at it. Oh my God.
That was actually a nice corner from Norwich. Everyone ran
so
near
poor. I tell you what, with VAR, we'll be worrying with that. The referee's there. He's up here.
Yeah.
Kazim-Richards. It hits the forearm.
We'd still be looking at it right now.
And it's got to be a penalty for me. Should be a penalty, and Pookie up to 26 goals. No, that's a pen for me. Has to be a pen.
I'm just thinking about the Premier League and stuff, and VAR is pretty much now universally not liked. I think our niche should be that we like VAR, and we're really defensive over it, and it's like, no, VAR makes the game better.
No, I can't agree with the offside bit. Anything else, fine. But such a good. That would be a penalty, I think, with VAR. But no, if you just joined us, 38 minutes gone. Derby 0, Norwich 1. Thanks to an absolute beautiful weldy of a free kick from Kieran Dow. It was just outside the box. It wasn't the distance that makes it a weldy. It's the absolute top bin category of a wonderful free kick. And he's looked very confident so far. Norwich had a couple of other opportunities. Probably should have just had a penalty. But still 1-0. Derby not offered anything as of yet in terms of real clear-cut opportunity.
Dimmy breaking away down the left here. Pookie goes through the middle and stared at it. Ends up with Marshall.
Is that Buendia lovely outside of the ball pass? I don't think Pookie reads it.
Do we fancy a player history at half time or not?
I don't mind. That's up to you.
Don't mind if you want to do one.
See if I can find a good one. Give me a year, Jacob.
2015.
Well, we ain't got that long.
It's all right, I'm on it.
5 minutes of the first half still remaining. Norwich looked comfortable, to be fair. Nice couple of passages of play. Tom Lawrence picked it up here for Derby. But no, Skips played well. Cantwell's looked bright. But Kieran Dow's probably been the difference maker so far. Buendia's looked very confident as well on the ball, as per usual. Ball in, Kieran Dow, good block.
But long throw.
We love a long throw in the Championship.
Lovely dribble. Just a little bit aimless, and Norwich will take it away.
Oh, that's a
Still
good
going.
one.
Ploughing down the right-hand side. He's got pretty much no one in support unless he can switch it really well to Cantwell. Sends it in. Is that Buendia? My screen's gone blurry.
Buendia. Just loses it. That's a good tackle from Wisdom. Buendia down on the floor.
Buendia hits the floor. Like a tower destruction. Straight over.
In the way he plays.
All right.
Unfortunately, Brentford are 2-0 up at Preston as well. So definitely not on the cards for any sort of close. But Norwich, it'd be nice to win today, wouldn't it? 90 points we'd be on. 8 clear. 8 clear of Watford. That's a big one. And then 17. Amazing. 17 points clear of Brentford. You have a game in hand as things stand.
There you go, Harvey. You got it.
I got it.
90 points. 10 points left from 5 games. completely doable for Norwich if they hold on to this one, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Delia and Michael there with the masks on. They will be fairly pleased with this half, I'd have thought. It probably all feels a bit routine for them now.
Norwich have had 72% of the ball so far, 9 shots, 3 on target. Derby have not had a shot on target as of yet.
Good tackle from Andre Wisdom there, in fairness.
Does he just clip Buendia's foot with his studs? Maybe that's why Emmy's still down and hobbling. Again, It's another one that Emmy will want to try and battle later on.
The physio is walking him off there, and he must just be saying, "Emmy, don't get a card. You're absolutely fine. Just don't get booked."
He does look very frustrated with them. It was a good tackle, like you say, Joe. There's no malice in it, but we all know what Emmy Buendia is like. He does enjoy a battle. Still hobbling. He does not look happy at all, but he does get fouled a lot, doesn't he, Buendia?
He does. Yeah, I would imagine he's right up there with the most fouled in the league. Was it Grant? Yeah, it was Grant Holt we had in. I think it's a championship season. He drew the most fouls in the league, and you just thought half the time he was probably fouling the other player.
He was wonderful at that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Now, like you say, Harvey, it's the only way most of the teams in this league can stop him.
Oh, and Colin Kazim. Okay. Norwich free kick
by Kazim Richards. Dived well there. He's learning well from the Grant Hanley diving school.
How much do you think?
School of dive.
I think he's probably been trained with the first team for most of this season, if not longer.
Yeah, he's been part of
Bamadelli. I wonder how much he's improved in this last 10 months or so. I bet it's absolutely ridiculously steep progression curve. If he's now been thrown in at 18, Farker must really be like, blimey.
18 years of age, like he's just incredible. Like,
but then, he's completely shown why Farker trusts him, because he's pretty much not put a foot wrong apart from being the deflection of an own goal, pretty much. So
that was very unlucky, though, was it? I think he was very unfortunate there.
I actually think that was the most undeserved result. I thought we were by far the better team in that game.
Just missed 3 chances, didn't we? And Teamy said that after the Huddersfield battering, he said, I had 3 great chances against Preston, which I should have scored all 3 from.
Aaron's far post. Pookie's flicked his header on. It's just gone wide. Couple of yards wide from Pookie there. Ball in from Campwell.
Oh, if Pookie doesn't get that, Aaron's probably does.
Yeah.
With the flick on. But then
2 or 3 times Aaron's has been at that far post, and no one's found him yet, which is a shame.
Scott's found space well today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yanulis too.
Yeah.
About a minute to go before any sort of stoppage time is added to this first half. I would imagine Daniel Farker will be fairly pleased with this first half, lads.
It's very reminiscent of the Preston game, I think.
Yeah, it is actually.
But just without any real clear-cut chance for Norwich. Kieran Dow, beautiful free kick to put them 1-0 up. Tom Lawrence is coming through the centre of the pitch here. A good chance here if he plays it out wide, which he does.
Sends it back, though.
And Bamadelli blocks the shot on the edge of the area.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. So it's only natural Andy O blocks it.
Yeah, like a book. Aaron's just playing it out of defence here. Ball down the line from Skippy. Dowell and Pookie will chase. Ball back in the Derby half.
No, first half we've been pretty comfortable. Had definitely the better chances of the first half. It's just getting that second one, I think, because as we saw against Preston, doesn't matter how much of the ball you have, how many chances you have, you just need to put away that second side.
Yeah.
That's the side with the second goal.
Especially when Derby have had no clear-cut chances of note. No
Preston had
chances
the same, really, didn't they? They had one good chance with Jakobsen and then Krul saved well, but apart from that, and you'll always get a chance in this league.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up would be nice. Kieran Dow so far looked very bright.
It's his best game so far. I looked offside from Richards there. Yeah, he's offside.
Oh, just off.
Bamadelli gets back anyway. He doesn't hang about, does he? He's quick.
Yeah, it's nice to have another rapid centre back, isn't it? I think pace is obviously a big side of it. Because obviously I think the nearest comparison we can have is probably Ben Godfrey.
Yeah. But he actually got done quite a bit on the turn for how quick he was.
He just was able to recover, though, wasn't he? Because he was so quick.
And Bamadelli just looks so much.
Well, he looks like he looks like he's always played centre half, doesn't he? Yeah.
Proper natural centre half, which obviously Godfrey didn't. He played CDM a lot, especially for Shrewsbury before coming in.
Yanulis?
Oh, good.
No, Derby clear. 3 minutes added on.
he looks very natural. Like he would never play any other position. Whereas Godfrey, we always had that debate: would he play CDM? Would he not? Should he play there? But with maybe Modella, yeah, you just look at him and say, yeah, there's absolutely no chance he plays anywhere else.
Yeah. Norwich free kick here, about halfway in the Derby half, just out on the left.
Kenny McLean looked bright again today as well.
Yeah, looks well up for it. Getting further forward than you. Not we see him fairly far forward in a few games, but he looks like he's really made the effort to get forward today, like he's been told to do so.
Yeah. Again, I think with Norwich, you can tell the difference in quality today. You can tell that Derby are lower half and Norwich are top of the league, I think.
Yeah.
So without creating a chance.
Just under a minute left here, the first half. 1-0 Norwich if you are just joining us.
And let's be fair, Derby really haven't shown a lot.
You can see why they didn't score goals.
One or two, yeah.
No, we've looked bright. I think with a decent pitch today, that's definitely helped Norwich. There's been quite a few nice interchangeable passes. Emmy, I would say, if you wanted a bet in the second half, will probably kick someone because he's been kicked a couple of times today and hobbled around the pitch, which obviously he normally tries to get his revenge back. Aaron's here on the right hand side. Last 15 seconds, probably going to die out. Yeah, he passed back to maybe Modella, who's again looked good. I've been happy with him.
Lovely stuff.
Very happy.
Kieran Dowell, great half. Fair play to you. Great goal. It's over on Twitter if you haven't seen it yet.
Progressive in his movement, progressive in his passing, which would be nice to see, hasn't it? He's gone and beaten the next man on a number of occasions, and yeah, Norwich look good.
It's the best I've seen him in a Norwich shirt. I think it's the best. Forest was good. Yeah, that's true. No, he's added a goal today, and his link-up play's been nice. That little bit where he flicked it over the Max Bird's head and then continued his run was great. Yeah, no, I'm going to give it to him today. I think it's his best performance in a Norwich shirt.
Everyone's looked good. Everyone's looked nice and positive on the ball. No one's really been having to be carried. Tim Krul's not had to be tested yet.
Quiet, which is
always good. I'd say Tom Lawrence looks quite bright for Derby. Just make sure you don't let him cut in. Apart from that, no, Norwich looked pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think we'd be happy with that. It is all about getting that second goal now, isn't it? We don't want to repeat at Preston. Just get out there, get the second early on in that second half if we can.
Yeah, if you have just joined us, 1-0 Norwich at half time. A Kieran Dowell weldy. I am still going to go with that. Top bins free kick, beautiful strike, wonderful. Wasn't a floater, wasn't a branch.
What a beauty!
Style. It was proper quick pace, just absolute roof of the net. Beautiful finish. And Norwich deserves to be 1-0 up. 90 points we're going to be heading on to as we speak, with just 5 games left. Wow, special.
What would you have given if I had said to you at the start of the season back in the summer, Norwich are going to collect 90 points this season? Would you have thought that? Yeah, because I think it was the fact that we were so bad for the last few months of the Prem.
And it takes I think that's why you've got to praise Daniel Farker, isn't it? In terms of how he's changed that round. Because yes, Webber has done well with the recruitment, but it's Farker who has to get that mentality right and that commitment as well. He looked done, didn't he? I thought he looked really spent after last season because, like I say, what was it? 10 defeats in a row, which is, just us watching it, it was so difficult to watch, wasn't it? And we were poor in all of those games. It was kind of poor. White flag.
Yeah.
Probably apart from the Man U FA Cup game where we gave a bit of fight. Didn't score, didn't look like, and it just looked so poor. But yeah, to switch it back round in a season which is unique, I would say he has done, an incredible job. And would you say, probably in my lifetime, I would say, best Norwich coach I can think of. Better than, he eclipses Lambert now for me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's got that he didn't go to Ipswich on his side, but 100%, yeah.
If you took that away from Lambert now, I think the achievements that Farke has done in terms of, I think it is so much harder to get a team back up with that negative bounce than what we did with Lambert, where it was just a continuous rise, wasn't it?
Agreed. Completely agree with that bit. Yeah, 100%.
And winning the title twice potentially. That is like we didn't do that under Lambert in the Championship. We did get well to get second, but we have just from pretty much after the first 6-7 games, once we got up to those top two places, we've never been out of it, really, have we?
No, we have. It's been a thoroughly professional job for most of the season now, hasn't it? Like, it's really impressive stuff. Just looking at these half-time statistics there. Whereas I've missed possession, that's a shame. I imagine we were well on top of that.
Yeah, I think we've had about it says 68% of the ball so far, which is classic Norwich. 10 shots, 3 on target compared to Derby's 4 with nothing on target. Like we say, Tim Krul's had absolutely nothing to do. Norwich look very, very dominant. And if you haven't seen Kieran Dowell's goal, go over to Twitter, check out Cast Canary at Cast Canary, and you'll see an absolute beautiful strike from him. And he's done very well so far. Well, like we had in the chat earlier in Alabama TV saying that he's a Rolls Royce, spot on. He really has played that kind of level today. He's been very, very good. Nice touches, nice interchange with Cantwell. And yeah, looked very positive so far. Been very happy with him. Very impressed.
Right, shall we have a look at this? Guess the player.
Yes, let's.
Right.
Jacob, you'll.
God.
I don't think it's too bad. I think his
I
previous clubs give it away.
I can picture who it is. I don't know their name, but I think I know who it is. But let's get it up now. So, an interesting spread of clubs there. Would you like to talk us through it, Joe? Or?
Yeah, let me just get it up. Because I haven't got it on the stream yet. I don't know how long that delay is. I think it's only about 10 seconds, but let's have a look.
I can run it at ultra low latency if I really want to test my internet out. That would be funny.
So look, started in France with Chenoy and Stade Lyonnais, I'm going to go with. Then a couple of clubs in Scotland. Then he comes to Norwich, couple of loans out, moves to Coventry, back on loan up to Scotland, and then a couple of permanent moves to Scotland at the end of his career. Still playing at Ross County. Don't know if you've seen it yet, Jacobs.
Get your predictions in the chat.
I think I know who. Yeah, no, of course I do. Yeah.
First one to get it gets a clap.
Brought along with Alex Neil in that season. We thought he was going to be the next. Where's Houlihan? The next progressive number 10. And let's just say it did not end like that.
No, it certainly didn't.
Well, he must have shown something in those 6 games he played for Norwich.
I actually can't remember him even playing that many games. Can you?
I think a lot of them are probably off the bench as well.
I know it says he played 6 games. Do you think he played 6 minutes for Norwich?
Yeah, probably not. They're a bit harsh, but I was looking at his teammates and thinking, that's easy. So there you go. Yeah, someone's got it in the chat. Lovely job.
Hey, there we go. James Green.
Fair play.
Who was it, Joe?
Tony Andrew, who I think he came at the same time as Alex Neil from Hamilton.
Yeah, Tony Andrew. Yeah. Just never really got. I can't even remember him playing. He's very small physique, very small height, and good player.
Like looking in a mirror.
It was sort of one of those players where you start a career mode on FIFA with Norwich and you forget that you've got him. Like he's just there.
You're 10 years down the line and he's still on the bench.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to nip to the toilet, lads, if that's all right with you two. You got it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sweet. I'll just sit here and piss myself.
Fine by me. So, not a bad half.
No.
An absolute worldy free kick. Would have liked to have got another one on the score sheet, though, because we don't want a repeat of a couple of games ago where it was upended.
Wasn't it? With Preston, because we deserved to win, and you're just like, just kick it, get it over the line, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, I'd like to get us to 90 points today, and then in my mind, it's done. Yeah. When you get to 90, it's definitely 100% done. It is done anyway. But yeah, it'd be nice just to completely finish it off, get us done, and then move on to the partying.
Down at Carrow Road. Who's heading down to Carrow Road for the open top bus tour? Nobody. James Green is in the chat saying, who do we need to sign in the summer? I think we're pretty well documented on saying we need a striker, a centre-back, and probably a number 10.
Yeah. And then those are the 3, and then probably Ollie Skip and Max Aaron's replacements.
True.
Probably. Skip, do you think he stays, Harvey? I know we've had this conversation a million times.
I think if they were going to loan him out again, which is up in the air, there's no better place than Norwich to go. He's already been here. A 2-year loan. get him out, get him firing again. He's in a team he knows, and then he could be very much in the conversation for Spurs the year after.
Yeah, I think for one more year, I don't think it would hurt at all, to be honest. Just getting him, like you say, just in a position where if he comes to us again, like there's no real pressure on him. We know he knows how we play. We know how he plays. And it's just, so I think it's just an easy kind of one extra year. With Spurs fans, I just don't want them to depreciate him and expect so much from him straight away sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, he's done it in the Championship. He's clearly too good for the Championship. Let's see him at, let's be honest, low Premier League before we sort of commit to anything like he's the next best thing, because you don't want him to go back to Spurs and he absolutely falls off a cliff because he's behind some fantastic midfield players.
What I can see with him is they almost see him as a bit of a Winks, because he is very snappy on the ball, but going forward, that's probably the only part of his game that he hasn't really got, isn't it?
Well, what do you mean? He ran the whole length of the pitch last game and got pushed over and won a penalty. The lad just ran in a straight line. He didn't do anything tricky. He just sort of, this is my dribbling technique, and I'm just going to run straight into the box. No one could stop him. I think
just runs. He's just very good at running.
And his engine is ridiculous. It reminds me a little bit of a sort of almost like Kante sort of.
No, I get what you mean. I get completely what you mean. Because there, like you say, it's one of those where he's just everywhere. Like wherever you look up, and Norwich are like progressing on the ball, and there's a counter attack, he's just there. He seems to be. If Norwich are playing forward, he's there. If Norwich are playing like on the counter, they're there. He's there. He's just everywhere.
He's ridiculous, and he's far too good for the Championship. But that's why I think if he'd have done okay, and then. But Norwich still went up, it would be a case of he'd probably go back and get Championship loans. But because he's just so good for this level, it's just inevitable that he'll either play in the Premier League on loan or actually be okay at Spurs.
I think you could see that, though, from the very first game. We just saw him and went, this guy is he's pretty bloody good. Like, he is just very good at football. And he just read the game so well in that first Huddersfield game. And for him to have played every single one, bar one, I didn't expect to see that this year. For him to go and play 45 games, like you say, his running and effort and just his kind of engine and physicality, to be fair to him.
I mean, just think about it. Harry Kane came to Norwich and was god awful, and then turned out to be one of the Premier League's one of the greatest strikers. I mean, Ballon d'Or for Ollie Skip within the next couple of years. It's just how it goes.
I feel like Ollie Skip is excellent at everything that's hard to appreciate. Like, he does the easy things, but the very important things very, very well.
At the top clubs, that's where it can sometimes be slightly, where I could personally see him maybe slightly ridiculed because he doesn't really shoot. He doesn't make that killer assist. But everything else in the game of football, he does very well.
He's got the basics. He's got the basics nailed down to an absolute T.
Yeah.
And then he's absolutely no frills on top, and that's what makes him a really good player. Where he's nothing like an Alisson Maxim, who is good but has all this frilly extras to his game.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see him win that penalty, like strive forward and win that penalty against Huddersfield. It was you do see him bring the ball forward, but to take the ball in his own half and really drive through that defence was something you don't always see from him. But he's obviously got a bit of that in his locker as well.
Yeah, for sure.
No, yeah, I agree. Completely agree. I just
join you in 2 minutes.
Spurs, it's just that kind of next level up, isn't it? I think he could do with one more year in the Prem for me of being with us, and then he's ready to go, which will be gutting. Because how do you replace him? Who do you replace him with? I don't really know.
It's going to be a difficult one. I suppose his choice is stay at Spurs, play a fair few games and some European games, or come here and play every week. Yeah,
it'll be a perfect. And to be fair, that's why he came to Norwich in the first place, because that's what he was going to be doing this year anyway. Jose said to him he'd be kind of a Europa League player, and like if there's a player injured, then he'll be there. He'll be there for kind of first choice backup. I don't think Ollie Skip wants to be that kind of guy. No. I think that's why he came to Norwich, and that's why maybe if he does get that decision to kind of make it again, then they'll say, look, do you want one more year? Maybe I'm being naive. I'd just love to see him stay, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. Make me feel a lot more confident about next season. But let's not dwell on. Yeah, go on.
If he stays and we recruit a number 10, just a number 10, and keep Aarons and Buendia, do you think that's enough?
That was when I asked you that earlier, that was my next question. If we got a 10, would that then be enough? And I think if you don't have injuries, I'd feel confident. But with our injury record, especially in defence at centre back, especially
with this defence,
I do think it's a big ask. I think if you play, I'd feel comfortable with Hanley and Gibson because I think they deserve a chance at being our centre half pairing in the Prem. What I've seen from Mohamed Medele and how mature he looks at 18, I think there's definitely an argument for him to be, if he doesn't go out on loan and play every game in the Championship, there's definitely an argument for him to be our third or fourth choice centre half, I think.
Do you think he's Max Aarons, Jamal Lewis ready to not have to go on loan? From what you've seen, I know it's difficult after 2.5 games.
the fact that Farke's put him in at 18, and okay, maybe they did try and find a loan deal and it didn't happen, but the fact that Farke's put trust in him at 18 makes me think that he's got a similar level of faith in him that he had in Aarons and Jamal Lewis.
It's just, like I said, I've watched him a few times for like the under 23s, and he just plays no different, like what Max Aarons does. Like whoever he comes up against, he just doesn't really seem too bothered. Like if it's physicality, all right, I'll give you a physical battle. If it's pace, okay, I'll try and outpace you. Yeah. If it's a quick press, like a high press, he deals with that. If it's a counter attack, he deals with that. It just
the Bournemouth and Watford games, assuming he's going to play, will be really interesting from his perspective, just to see what he can do at not the top level, but players that have been in the Prem and done a bit of bit of damage up at this level. It'll be interesting to see how he does.
Even like against the likes of Barnsley and Reading, who João and DK, they're big physical players who have scored goals. Again, I'd like to see how he deals with them, who are probably more advanced than Preston, Huddersfield, and Derby. Because whilst he's been incredible, second half's just started, by the way. Whilst he's been very, very good, he hasn't come up against. That's why I was quite interested in this one against a bit of a physical battler in Kazim Richards. He seems to enjoy that tussle.
Yeah, he's certainly winning the duel at the moment. He's got him for pace and strength so far.
He doesn't seem too bothered by it either, does he? He doesn't, because at 18, sometimes you can be a bit overawed by that kind of physicality. And
Colin Kazim Richards was the Coca-Cola player that Brighton won, or the Brighton fan won. Do you remember that?
I do not.
It was some sort of sponsored thing whereby there was a competition on like Coca-Cola bottles. Yeah. And whichever fan of whichever club won it got the player, and it was Colin Kazim Richards, and I think it was a Brighton fan that won it, and I don't know how it worked, because obviously the club could have looked at him and been like, no way, but I don't know how it worked.
But no, second half just started. Hopefully we can see a couple more goals. Norwich are just getting one free kick there. Mohamed Medele again. He's clever at going down as well, which I quite like. Seems to know how to manage the game slightly.
I'd say that's Big Grant's influence, wouldn't you?
I think he's a big part of it, isn't he? How on earth he's done well? How he's, I think it's his 36th game of the season, and he's played 90 minutes in all of them.
I just don't want him to get injured, because imagine if he gets injured now after such a good season and he misses the first month of next year or something. Just be devastating,
wouldn't it? To be fair, it would probably. Now the Bar TV just said he'd like Billing from Bournemouth. It's a good shout. Yeah. He played really well for Bournemouth recently. Woodgate's moved him into the number 10 role, and he scored, I think, in his last 3 games. I think he's about 6'6", and to be fair, he's really good on the ball. And I wouldn't say no.
Lump.
Would you take anyone from the playoffs kind of teams, Joe, in the Championship this year? Anyone you'd be impressed?
Hourihane was my go-to, because I think Swansea's style of play suits us more than any of the other teams do. Just trying to think, what else do we need? A 10. Where could we nick a 10 from in the top 6?
Anywhere in the Championship, to be fair. Any player you'd be impressed with. Centre-backs as well.
I wonder if No, I can't see us getting a Gay on loan next season. I think that's too much of a step up.
For him?
I think it's a big ask for him because you'd be loaning him in and he'd definitely be third or fourth choice, wouldn't he? So you wonder how much he'd play. I think Chelsea would be like, I don't know if he's going to play.
I quite like Dale Fry from Middlesbrough.
Yeah, from Borough, yeah. He's
Or
been sort of touted for 3 or 4 years now, hasn't he?
I think this is probably his main breakthrough. I think, you'll probably think of Paddy McNair is the other one. He's a bit more experienced, who I'd also like, very good at set pieces and very good on the ball and can play centre-back and defensive midfield quite well. It just depends about money, doesn't it, really? I guess it depends what we've got in the budget. Obviously, Giannoulis and Gibson coming in for about 14 million. That's big expenditure for Norwich. I still think you need to spend another probably 30 on top of that to really...
To see Billings from Bournemouth on loan or an Eden Hazard season-long loan. What do you think?
Yes to both, to be honest. If we were paying about 10% of Hazard's loan, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, we talked about Billing, so if no one listened to that, we'll go again. Yeah, he's done really well. Number 10 for Bournemouth. Jonathan Woodgate's put him in there, and he scored, I think, in his last 3 or 4 games. And 6'6", he's huge.
Lovely.
Got a long throw as well, Harvey, that you'd like.
Lovely.
And yeah, can play probably a bit of a destructor role at, but is also very good on the ball. And in that number 10, they've kind of tried to change him this year and into a bit of a completely different player. I'd like Philip Billing. Just depends on cost, really. I think Bournemouth, for me, are one of the favourites in the playoffs. But we're talking about, obviously, other players in the Championship as well. I'd like Dale Fry, Paddy McNair. I think they're both good options. Guehi from Swansea, like you're saying, Joe, is a good centre-back. But does that stop him over Medele's kind of...
Yeah.
Probably does. And I wouldn't like to see that. And I don't think Norwich would do that, would they? Unless they think maybe Medele needs another year in the Championship.
I think, honestly, I know we're only going on two and a half performances with Medele, but I feel like he's done enough to be given a chance next season, at least the sort of 4th choice centre-back, don't you?
I think we just need to see what his games coming up are. I don't like an 18-year-old being 4th choice because I think it stunts the progression slightly.
Yeah, fair.
But that's the only thing. But we'll have to see. Norwich started first 5 minutes, nothing really happened, hence our kind of conversations on everything else. It's been a bit of to and fro, ball up in the air quite a lot, but Norwich is still looking quite comfortable in the game.
Let's get this second goal, lads, and blow away any sort of repeat performance against Preston.
What's the one position, Joe, and Harvey, to be fair, would you say, both of you, would be the one position that has to be
10
sorted?
Striker.
10.
Oh, nice. I like that. And reasons?
I would say because Pookie needs some...
Why 10, Joe?
Backup.
10 because we've been saying it all season, and I think we need someone that, although Dowell's improving, I'm not backing him to take the step up next season just yet. Steepman, we haven't seen a lot from this season. He's looked fairly sharp in his last 2 sub appearances, but he's had a go in the Prem before, and he didn't have his best season, not even close. I think we need a 10 that can get on the ball and carry us forward, especially next year when you consider we'll be playing on the counter more. You would imagine.
Ollie Skip finds Aaron. Sorry to interrupt.
You're right.
Poor touch from. Oh, he's done well though. Gets inside in the box. Oh, Forsyth does well against him. Did you say your reasons why striker, Harvey? I
did. It's just more that there needs to be some twist. I know Daniel Farker is a big believer in, well, let's be honest, no substitutions, but there does need to be an option on the bench that,
is not Hugill.
That isn't Hugill, and Pookie doesn't fire. I mean, he is getting older. They need to blood in a new striker that is going to get a bunch of goals.
And let's be honest, Adam Eder 100% goes out on loan next season. Should have this year. You're absolutely right. Chance for Richards, cruel saves, ball over the top there, gets in behind Hanley.
And again, Grant Hanley just loses him slightly there. Cruel's getting annoyed at Kazim Richards. Good save. Does well. Poor touch from Kazim Richards. Ball over the top. Quite simple, actually, from Derby. First shot on target. Hanley loses it in the air. Kazim Richards. Hanley does just enough, actually, doesn't he? Kind of barges into Kazim Richards legally, knocks him to the floor, and Krul saves well, but a good chance for Derby.
Krul could have, had a nap first half, let's be honest, and it's only 8 minutes into the second half he's been called upon and he's done his job. That's what Tim Krul does. I think he's great. I was speaking to Stu the other day when we were fishing, actually. Stu, if you're in the chat now, get on this. But he was saying, I don't know if Krul's enough for next season, especially with a lack of backup. I know we've got Nyland now, but we haven't even seen him. What do you think about that? I personally think Krul's more than good enough for the Prem. Good save again there.
Definitely.
Oh, good chance. Yeah, good save. Just as you're speaking, Joe, like you say, from Mengi, I think it was the centre-back.
Lovely bit of skill there.
Shoots, good block, Kenny McLean. Buendia does well not to absolutely foul him in the box, which he has done before. Now, in terms of Krul, 33 years of age, I'd only say in the last couple of seasons he had injuries that's made him miss games. So I think backup is probably, or that second choice, if you want to call him backup, if you want to call him rotation or whatever, needs to be key and ready. With Nyland, like you say, he's a good shot stopper, but he's there to be got at. He's one of those keepers that like
eventually he will drop something.
There's a mistake in him.
Derby pressing Norwich a bit more here. Well in the Norwich half. They've picked up the ball on the edge of the area. Good interception from Campwell. He breaks now down the right-hand side. Good pace. Really go on, Todd. Go on.
Really well played from him.
Wins a throw. Tom Lawrence with the tackle. Good
Poor
break
touch
from Todd.
for him in the end. But no, really good play, Todd, because Derby had overloaded. Buendia had gone down again after losing it for probably the 65th time today.
I fancy
big save from Tim Krul. Mengi, poor from Hanley again. Mengi and lovely effort. That's a decent save. Palmed it away well.
Push it wide. Yeah, done really well to push that wide. And
easy to palm that straight to Kazim Richards, and it's 1-1, isn't it?
Spot on.
Yeah, good save. But Derby, like you say, Joe, in the last 5 minutes have come on to Norwich a little bit more, and it's just that second goal is required, isn't it?
Certainly is. I don't want another last-minute blow. That was horrible.
It was absolutely gutting.
Hanley and Amova Mideli just playing it around at the back now. We're 10 minutes into the second half.
No, I do agree with Stu about the Krul thing. I do think you do need suitable backup because 33, not getting any younger. He's Premier League ready, of course. Let's not forget how good he was last season. Yeah. I know how bad other people were, but he won Player of the Season by an absolute country mile, didn't he?
What happens when he goes to the Euros and saves a load of penalties and someone wants him?
Aaron's now just outside the box, whips in. Gone over everyone.
Janulis. Well played, Janulis. Dowell chance. Saved.
Oh, he's just mishit it. Yeah, like you say, really good play, Dimi Janulis. Beats the fullback. Puts it in. Dowell. Oh, I mean, he's just tried to kind of clip it into that back stick, isn't he? But he's got too much on it and it's straight at the keeper. He's kind of scuffed it.
Nalabala TV says that it's a big put down to call keeper a good shot stopper. It implies they can't do the rest, like distribution, defensive leadership, and dealing with crosses.
We have to be honest. We haven't seen a lot of Nyland. We haven't got a lot to go on. We just got that game he had for a decent game he had for Villa. Who was that against?
I saw Nyland at the back end of last season when he was at Villa and took a lot of the games. And in the air, he's poor. He's there to be got at, and he's good with his distribution, but he's not as good at Tim Krul at to be honest, anything. A great game against Leicester in the League Cup, and that will be. I tell you what, he's the goalkeeping version of Kieran Dowell. He'll have one fantastic game, and then at other times he's quite inconsistent. But with Krul, apart from those first 5-6 games he had at Norwich after 2 years of not really playing, he's been absolutely fantastic.
Derby making a good charge here. They enter the penalty area on the right, and the ball comes in.
Grant
Looks
Hanley.
like it's going to go out for
he kind of throws himself at the ball, doesn't he?
He gets everything. He's just that one mistake where Richards got in. Otherwise, today he's won absolutely everything. Tom Lawrence cross.
Put Richards off, doesn't he?
And again, Hanley clears.
He's so top heavy, isn't he? Hanley. He just throws himself head first into any decision, and not like mind wise. Like he just sort of throws himself head first. Yeah.
Derby have grown into this game a little bit more, and it does feel like they've got a bit more of a stranglehold on it, which Norwich will want to kind of cock. Grant Hanley
in midfield
charges through and then he does brilliantly there to keep possession. Brilliant from him. Buendia now in the centre circle. Turned Shinny well. Nearly finds Pookie.
The Pookie Buendia partnership now, I'm getting Steepman Pookie 2018-19 vibes. They're on the same level.
They were last season a couple of times as well, weren't they? Just I agree with Harvey in terms of the forward. Let's just not forget how many goals we scored last season. 26, something like that. That's so poor. And at the top level, you need to be able to have a player who can finish first time, which unfortunately I know it's big expectation, and Norwich probably can't afford that player. But to be able to finish 9 times, Kazim Richards nearly in there, 9 times out of 10 in the big, because you're only going to get 1-2 chances in the Prem. Whereas, as we've seen in the Championship this year, we can win a game even though we've missed 5 or 6.
Yeah, Derby have made their way through Norwich's midfield line, especially a bit better this second half. Skip rarely gave the ball away in midfield there. It doesn't happen very much. Break on now. Hanley's there to clean up. Derby corner.
Grant Hanley does well again.
Excuse me. Stu says, I think Krul's very good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's what we should rely on in the Premier League. We need another decent keeper. The only counter to that would be imagine how many goals Norwich would have shipped without Tim Krul.
In the Prem.
Yeah, the Prem.
I think I do agree with Stu. Like from last season, it was Ralph Fairman who probably kicked Krul on.
Yeah.
In terms of that proper kind of pedigree of goalkeeper that Tim
Krul
Krul
punched away by Krul.
Go on, Todd.
Does well punch. But I think he's got at least 2 more seasons in him, Tim Krul, to be.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we will have the problem that he's 35 and we need a new keeper. But I don't think we're there yet.
I think then he would seamlessly slot back in as backup, though, wouldn't he? I don't think he'll be really.
Todd slips and lets Derby through.
Josviak on the well in Kenny. Kenny just winning the ball on the edge of our own area there.
Life.
And now he's breaking down the left. Here we go. Go on, Kenny. Ball over the top. No, Lengi cuts it out.
Good opportunity that again. But Kenny's what he's done to his game, I think, has been. And Daniel Farker have probably worked on him a lot. It's just that structure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Patrick Roberts driving through here. A moment Madele does well, and then Hanley flattens him. Brilliant. Superb.
Well, if you haven't already, give this video stream a like if you're enjoying the match and our coverage of it so far. It is currently 1-0 Norwich from a beautiful Dowell free kick.
Top corner.
Top bins. Horrific.
Just looking for the second now, but in fairness, Derby have come at us a bit more this opening 15 minutes this second half. They're cutting through the midfield just a bit better than they were in that first half. Norwich dealing with it so far.
Who'd be in your top 3 player of the seasons for this year?
Top 3 will be Buendia for reasons that we've discussed at length. He is just
your opinion,
the difference. My opinion, yeah. Buendia.
Free kick, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's happy with himself for that as well. You could tell he is absolutely going to like it.
The 500 plus free kicks I've hit at Coney's finally paid off.
Yeah.
So, can people hear us? Apologies for that.
Let me see if I can restart it. Yeah, I've got it back.
Yeah, sorry, my Streamlabs just completely crashed, so apologies for that.
I think Jacob was asking me my 1, 2, 3 for player of the season, so we'll go from there. Emmy, because he's the difference and deserves to win it. Hanley actually deserves to win it as well, and hopefully he's second at least. Third place, it's hard not to mention Teemu Pukki because he always scores 20 goals.
Yeah.
He's 25 now, and that is a very high standard, but that's what you expect from Teemu. So I'm tempted to give it to Kenny because I just think he's constantly improving.
Derby ball in. Oh, good clearance, Max Aarons. I was just about to say, actually, funnily enough, he's just headed that. You've got to surely give Max Aarons on skip, I'd say there, but they've both played, obviously, the most amount of games. Are they not in contention? Like, Kenny McLean's been brilliant.
What's your 1, 2, 3 then, Jacob?
Buendia is top, without a doubt. And then I think you could go for so many. I think Hanley probably edges second because of how many games, again, he's played and he's been the difference defensively a lot of the time. And then third, you could give mentions for Gibson. I think if Gibson played the rest of the season, you'd be saying his name. Aaron's, like I was saying, played every game bar one. Same with Ollie Skip, who has, let's be fair, transformed that CDM role into something that now we don't fear every time we take on an opposition midfield.
He could even win it with the Spurs fans, to be fair.
Yeah, and with Pukki as well, though. Pukki's been, like you say, we have high expectations, but we'll look back on him when he does leave Norwich or retire or whatever and say, this guy was very, very good for us. 29 goals in his first year, 25 in your second it's good, incredible returns, really.
In the champ. What did he get in the Prem? Was it 11, 12
Yeah,
in
11.
the end? 11.
Which in a team that scored 26 or whatever, that is not a bad total whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Especially when consider second half of the season, he completely went off the boil after that toe injury.
Yeah, but near top, Hanley second, I think, are guaranteed. And then I think third, you could give a number of people.
Yeah.
Nalabala TV says Buendia, Hanley, Aarons. I'd do Buendia, Pukki, Skip.
Buendia, Pukki, Skip.
No Grant.
Just because of individually from the midfield. Transformed. Skip. And Pukki scored 25 goals.
Yeah.
To not get into the top 3 with 25 goals is atrocious.
No, you are right there.
Yeah,
and that's just the expectation of him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like after that first year, and he has been again the difference maker. Like we say, goals wins you games, goals gets you promoted, don't they?
I haven't had a chance to Derby chance Mengi on the bird. No, it's well over. Haven't had a chance to mention this to either of you yet, I don't think. And I don't know if you saw in the week, 442, as in the magazine.
Yeah.
Ran top 100 EFL players, and Ivan Toney won, and Buendia and Pukki was second and third, respectively. So if we could all just boycott 442 from now on, that'd be great.
Absolute blasphemy. I can't believe.
What the fuck are they on about? Honestly, Ivan Toney, pens, poacher, and they're putting Emi Buendia behind him. Come on.
He's had a great season, really good year. Emi Buendia has not just had a great season; he's dominated. Like the amount of fixtures he has been just incredible. He's up there with the best championship players ever.
Yes,
for me, and to have him kind of overtaken by anyone. If he doesn't win the Player of the Season in general, for every championship player, then there's something has gone very wrong in the boat.
Yeah, 100%. 67 minutes gone here, lads. Norwich looking fairly comfortable, but you just worry about.
If they nick a goal, they'll have the ascendancy.
If we had cut off as well, obviously Emi Buendia has been substituted for Przemysław Placheta, which
interesting.
After 60 minutes for Emi to go off either says, he looks like he's getting frustrated or does have a knock. Todd Cantwell's just been scythed down there by Patrick Roberts.
Just as well we were offline when when Buendia came off for Placheta, if I'm honest with you. The other sub was Steefman for Dowell.
Yes. And Joviak's just coming off now for Louis Sibley. He scored a brilliant goal against Brentford a couple of
he did.
A couple of weeks ago now. I can't remember now how long ago it was. But beautiful free kick, which obviously helped stop Brentford's winning streak at the time, which was brilliant. But hopefully he doesn't do anything today. Looked bright in parts when we've seen him, Sibley.
Ball over the top from over Medeli there, just looking for the pace of Placheta, but it's slightly overhit.
I don't know what we do with him because the pace is clearly there and that's clearly the main threat. Yeah,
I think next season, naturally, I know we're not going to set up to play on the counter, but we will naturally be more defensive in games, so we will counter a bit more. And I think his pace helps there. And I know I've given him stick this season.
Oh, well played, Ollie Skip. Gets taken out by his own defender in a moment. Medeli. Shinny's still got it. Hanley does well again. Aarons comes back and deals with it well.
To 442, the championship is the last 10 pages of a sticker album. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And
it's just again the passing. Yeah, sorry.
And Aarons is because he's fourth in the league for chances created, and that's both for availability.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, completely spot on there. I think again you take for granted how just consistent Max is. He's been that consistent since he started, and he's never really put
nothing phases him.
2-3 mistakes, absolute maximum, I would say, in 3 years for the guy who's only just not far away from he's only just 21. You think he's going to be a very, very top player for most of his career. Unfortunately, I think these are his last few 6 games in a Norwich shirt, unfortunately.
Yeah, we might as well enjoy them. And then Madeli coming into midfield there, he's lost the ball, but Todd's won it back, and we're on a break now.
Hey, Todd.
Left
Drive.
to Stiepermann, overlap from Janulis. Stiepermann crosses it to the far post, and Aaron's. Stiepermann was asking a lot of Aaron's there.
That's
Hard
the
luck.
difference there. When you're saying Todd was in that kind of position 30 yards out, Pookie made the run. Buendia plays that pass.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a chance for Pookie. Todd doesn't see the pass. And
I'm a bit surprised Emmy went off at 1-0. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it's either an injury, isn't it? Or because he was getting kicked, he did look frustrated. We know what Emmy does. We know when he gets frustrated, sometimes you can reach boiling point, and we've seen it before where you'd say we didn't take him off quickly enough.
Go on, Timmy. Wisdom wins the ball. If we can just quickly go back to the Poeta problem, because I know I've given him some stick this season, and to be honest, we haven't seen an awful lot from him, let's be honest. But we don't play with an awful lot of width. We don't really play on the break, and you do wonder if we will be doing more of, maybe not the width, but we will be playing more on the break next season, and you just wonder if he'll come into his own. But if I had to put money on it, at the minute, I don't think I've seen enough to back him, if I'm honest. How about you?
I just think that pace is such a key attribute in that Premier League, and I do think that we saw Onel, how effective he was at times last season, how direct he was. I don't know. I can't think of one thing that Shemi Poeta is incredible at, bar pace. Like Onel can dribble well, and sometimes over dribbles and loses it. But yeah, I'm just not sure about Poeta. I don't think he's been given the time really, has he? To
be honest, I think we should have bought Zozviak. Neither of them are amazing, but this lad's shown a bit more, hasn't he? In a worse team, let's be fair. But
I just don't think he fits our system yet. It doesn't mean he can't. But yeah, I do feel like he could be a decent asset off the bench for the last 15, like you say, on a counter-attacking kind of game against the bigger teams where you're not dominating possession. I think that is an opportunity to have him there. But yeah.
To be honest, if we're 70 minutes into a game next season and it's at 0-0 and we've looked defensively solid, we're trying to look to break and it's not really happening. If you then made a double sub of Hernandez and Poeta, you would then feel that you could definitely get at a team, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do think that. It's just I think maybe he's only 22, isn't he, as well, or 23 now. Oh, Kenny McLeod does really well to stop Tom Lawrence shooting there. It will take time to develop him. It did with Onel. The thing I struggle with in terms of the scouting, I just don't know what they saw in him. Maybe it's like I say, brilliant play from Todd to get past two players there.
He's looked good today,
and
Todd.
the ball is just so disappointing. Such a good opportunity. Skips through three, and that's just the difference with him, isn't it? Again, if that's Emi Buendia there, the ball was pinpoint. It's through.
Oh, Derby chance, crawls out well, smothers it. Well done, Tim Krul.
Play Patrick Roberts, and like you say, Joe Dow, fantastic, really alert. But this is a lot worse than the pressing game in terms of it feels like a goal was coming.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they look better than Preston did. Yeah, I'm sort of feeling a Tete in the middle. Can we please?
No,
Norwich have let them grow this game.
Break on here, maybe. No.
Well. Yeah, like you say, they've had a lot more of the ball in this half, Derby, and they seem a lot more up for it.
Here they come again.
Actually, a little bit tired, which I'm surprised about. But then again, the fixture list is always going to catch up with you eventually. It just looks like heavy legs, and Norwich look kind of set or wanting just to sit back and let Derby kind of make a mistake.
Draw written on it.
It does currently, because Derby are really growing into this, and the subs haven't really done anything to help Norwich. It's kind of just made sure that Derby is still growing stronger. Stiefman's been peripheral as well as Poeta.
You can tell Stiefman hasn't played a lot of football recently, can't you?
Yeah, his pressing is nowhere near as aggressive as it has been at his kind of peak, is it? He's had a couple of decent cameos, but yeah, like you say today, again, he actually looks quite leggy, ironically. Yeah. Tim Krul's been needed a few times today.
Yeah, fair play to Tim Krul. He hasn't had an awful lot to deal with, but when he has, I'm thinking the Richards chance, that chance just then, he's dealt with it really, really well.
Farker does not look happy either, does he? Just seen a shot go to him just after Tim Krul saved from Patrick Roberts. And yeah, he does not look happy at all there, Daniel Farker. Even though 1-0 up, 15 minutes to go. Letting Derby back into the game for sure.
Yeah, you do worry if this is after the Lord Mayor's procession now. Come on, lads. Just grab another goal and see it through. Or just see this through. I don't care, but let's just have the 3 points today.
Will Rich is in the chat, who is the chairman of the Tartans Barmy Army. Surely I'm not the only one who doesn't see one good thing in Plaheta. Players like Onel or Vrancic could impact the game so much more. Well, there you go.
Welcome to the club, Will. I'm with you on that, my man.
No, I do agree. I do feel like there is a player there. We have seen sparks of it. It's just, it's
we haven't seen enough, lads. I think it's fair enough to say that. We really haven't seen a lot, have we?
No. But to be fair, he hasn't been really given a chance to show anything.
Right. Yeah. In the first half of the season, he was played a lot, and it takes time to get used to our system. It is unique. And probably from Polish football, it's a big step up.
Yeah, of course it is. We didn't
have hashtag trending, Will. Let's get that hashtag trending.
Yeah, what he's got to improve is, and this is not me trying to be like everything, it is his back to goal and his passing. Because he can run. Boy, can the man run. If you play him in behind, he's in.
Do you remember that clip of earlier on in the season where he just absolutely launched off like a
that was
bloody
first
F1
day.
car?
First day, and we haven't seen it since. Pookie in behind here, nicks the ball off Mengi.
Timo finish.
Corner.
Oh, didn't really have any support. It was
narrow angle.
Very far against Preston. I was expecting maybe an attempt at goal, but Wisdom does well to block him off. Good opportunity. Would you bring Hugo on now?
That would be top to corner.
Would I bring Hugo on now? I don't know. I think Derby are probably going to push for it, and we'd benefit more from relative pace of Pookie in behind. I don't know.
we haven't really got a pacey forward, have we? I still don't know really what either is specifically good at because we haven't seen him enough.
Good ball in there from Plaheta for the corner. Fair enough.
It was a good ball. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe Modelo should probably. He's jumped a little bit too early there. Good opportunity.
Yeah.
No, but Plaheta just needs to improve his all-round game, really. And again, it's a problem with having just one strong foot, isn't it? It's quite clear where to cut him off.
Come on, Shemi. Get on the ball and just do something. Let's see something. A bit like we have seen from Dowell in the hour or so he played today. He looked better, much better. Let's see if we can get the same from Plaheta. Say that again, mate.
2 years ago, we could have been saying the same about Todd. 2 seasons.
Yeah.
What is he going to be able to make the step up? And he, to be fair to him,
it was better in the Premier League than it was in the Championship. So
he beat himself up. And I remember when we played Atalanta in the pre-season friendly, I was like, what am I watching? This guy is on a different level to what he was in the Championship, and he's carried that on. To be fair to him, and it maybe sometimes is just that confidence from the coach to say, it will be played enough. Like Harvey said, since the turn of the year, for definite, he's barely featured.
Special mention for Webber and Neil Adams with that loan to Fortuna Sittard as well. I think that helped no end.
Yeah, maybe that's what Shemi needs. Like we're saying, he's only 23. But to be fair, not every one of them is going to be Emi Buendia, are they? I think not all of them are going to.
You cut out again.
It's difficult balance in this game with just over 10 minutes to go. You think, I'd love a second to sort of make sure we don't do a Preston, but with 10 minutes left, Derby will look to come onto it. We really need to keep tight now. It's a difficult balance to strike for Daniel Barker, last 10 minutes.
But unfortunately, let Derby grow into the game as well. Norwich tiring. I think every player looks a little bit below kind of their usual fitness standards. Even Skip looks a little bit.
Oh my God.
Mengi.
Jesus.
I know this Mengi guy is highly rated, but he has looked ropey today.
Mengi just tried to volley it into his own net from about 35 yards out, and that would have been absolute class.
Yeah, he has not looked comfortable at all, has he?
Hanley and Omobamidele coming forward for the corner.
Hanley goal. Here we go. Hanley goal.
Yeah.
Cross your
If
fingers.
we can nick one here, that would be perfect.
Go on, let's do some sort of weird ritual.
Good ball in again. Derby head it away. Falls to Campbell. Shot. About 5 yards over, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Todd with the Alice band and beach hair today. Just the usual. The standard Campbell today.
Yeah, I can't play football with hair. I just can't do it. I get hair in my eyes immediately. And it doesn't matter how much I tie it back. There's always a strand that goes directly into my eyes.
You need an Alice band, mate. You need one.
Because people then go, oh, you look like Todd Cantwell. And I'll be like, great. Thanks for that.
No, I think Todd himself would appreciate the hair update, so we'll keep doing it.
Tom Lawrence now plays it out wide. Chance here now for Derby.
Well
Takes into the
marshalled,
penalty
Giannoulis.
Yeah, well played. He's looked good, hasn't he, in the last few weeks? He's looked like the player who you think he's the one.
He's obviously when players come in, they have a few ropey games, and we definitely saw that from Giannoulis. But actually, he's very quickly got up to standard, hasn't he? In fairness,
Tough league, in a really tough league. I still think in the top league, it'll be interesting to see what he's like defensively, because he loves to go forward. But you can see that he is. You can see why they brought him in without a shadow of a doubt.
Go on, Pookie, play him, Marco. Marco, play him.
Lovely ball from Tim Kroll. Stiefelmann taken about an age. Plaheta is onside. Good tackle. But again, I was saying with all these kind of backup attackers, you'd say, with Stiefelmann at the moment, when Dia plays that so much earlier, Pookie doesn't find Plaheta, who is, it's a good tackle for me.
Kieran Smith says, anyone look like scoring? At the moment, Derby. Derby looked like scoring, but then a couple of good opportunities. Mengi had a shot from 35 into his own.
5 minutes, haven't they?
Yeah. As long as Pookie's on the pitch, we can have another goal.
I think he's kicked it out, and it's a goal kick. Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely a corner. I saw the replay as well.
It's a very tight game. It does look like it's going to be another goal in the last 10 minutes. I don't want to say
it does
going to
like
go Derby, but no, we're Sibley's coming through here. Good tackle, Ollie Skip. How many times have we said that this season?
Too many.
Good header away from Giannoulis there, just covering the centre halves at the far post. Nice header. Haven't seen too much of that from him. That was nice. 8
minutes to go. Derby 0, Norwich 1. Derby have grown into this second half a lot more. Norwich are tiring, but this would be a huge win. 90 points would be incredible tally after
Todd.
40 games.
Todd twisting and turning on the edge of his own box.
Lucky to draw foul. Lucky.
Well played. That was brilliant. He knew what he was doing.
He was about to get belter from Hanley and Krull in his ear.
Imagine Farker. Farker would be
And here comes Hugo on as a substitute. Plus 2 Derby players. Can't see the numbers, so I don't know who they are.
Fetzi, Ebasale and Watson. I don't know who Watson is, actually. I haven't seen him before.
It's elementary. No.
Both young lads, I think, both high rated at Derby. That kind of shows the injuries they've had at this so far the season. For us now, this last 7 minutes is kind of quite important for Norwich, really, isn't it? Just to see it out. It out, get it done, get to 90 points. And that is pretty much as job done as you can get, really, in terms of 90 points will guarantee you promotion.
Yeah.
Kieran Smith says, I have £1,300 riding on a second goal in the game, and I want it to be Norwich, but considering we've got one hand on the trophy, I don't mind Derby nicking a point here. Kieran, £1,300? What the
fair enough.
That from nowhere?
What's the cash out?
Yeah, just cash out.
You've got about 9 minutes left, Kieran. You might be all right.
With Buendia off the pitch, you'd say it's going to take a bit of magic from one of the backup from Norwich.
Although Campbell's having a good game. Campbell is having a good game. Actually, Hugo's going to come on for Pookie. He's now going to come on for Pookie. Like I said, 9 minutes left. Thoughts on man of the match, lads? I know we're a bit premature, but let's have a chat about it. Campbell well up there, I think.
Dear. I think first half you've probably got to go with Kieran Dowell, haven't you? And the second half has just been a bit of a
more of a drab affair.
Game.
Hanley's been good.
The free kick for me wins the game. Like in terms of just the highlight of it, it was just such quality. Kieran
Smith just said its cash out is only £210. How much money you put in? And Nalabala TV says, I was lost in Ipswich once and said to somebody, do you know where Portman Road is, please? And someone said to him, yeah, down there. You'll see 2 queues. Don't join the big one. That's for the chip shop.
Kieran, mate, I'd say, it depends what Joe says, really, because whatever Joe says, normally the opposite happens.
How do you see this, like completely unrelated to Kieran's play? How do you see this game going, Joe?
Oh, I think it will finish 1-0 1-0. If there is a goal,
Cash
it'll
out,
probably
cash
be
out, Kieran.
Derby.
Cash out right now.
It's cleared.
Yeah, I think the goal will be Derby's if it does come. But Norwich look all right in a minute.
I'd say let it go, but then I am a cop out when it comes to
£10
betting.
acca
I
on
would
20
always
games over
cash out
1.5.
before the money. I don't see another goal coming personally.
It's only a tenner.
Before that,
Tenner on
Todd
20
Adams is gonna
games.
freak away in a dangerous position. So wait for that first.
Oh, you got to hang on. You got to hang on, Kieran.
Yeah,
if it's that sort of odds, but then £210, that's £200 more in your back pocket that you didn't have before. We don't do gambling advice here, but if I was you,
right.
I think by Patrick Roberts. Yeah, just wait for this one, Kieran. If this comes to nothing, it's going to stay 1-0.
if you do get that £1,300, then you owe this channel a donation.
Easy enough, simple. Yeah, Kieran, mate, cash out.
Cash out.
Let it go. I don't think it's going to happen today. And if there is a goal, I'm so sorry.
We're so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, blame Joe. We do.
It's the easiest thing to do. Just blame me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I think I'm back to man of the match quickly. Bearing in mind, assuming we're going to get a clean sheet, I will give it to Grant Hanley, I think. Poeta on the break now, goes into the Derby half. He's got Campbell with him, Hugo outside of him. Find Hugo on the right. Hugo holds it up. He's going to play it back inside to... No. Okay, we're slowing it down here. This is very much head for the corner.
Yeah.
We
Kieran,
know what
cash out.
Yeah.
It's shit house time. Would you say Hanley, yeah, Joe, instead of Amoba Modelo?
Cashed out for 180, be it on your head. So I think you're all right. Sorry, Jacob, say that again.
Yeah, 180 I think is... How much money did you say you stuck a tenner on? I think that's not bad going.
Even if it does come in, that's good
I
going.
don't think it is. Oh, God, please don't. I really hope it stays 1-0. Don't. Oh, God. How much was it?
1,300.
1,300 quid.
13. Fucking hell.
Please don't score. I feel well bad.
I'd have been more confident if Hugo didn't stop and play it back in that situation.
Yeah.
It was a 3-man break, and he was just like, "Nah, we're going to slow this down." So I don't think they're hunting a goal.
Down, aren't they? They'll put it in the corner. Just depends. Derby have kind of been huffing and puffing in the second half without any real opportunity.
Yeah.
All I keep thinking in my head now is Preston.
Yeah, that's
Norwich
the
on
only thing.
On the defensive here with Steeperman and Hugo well back in our own half.
Yeah. 2 minutes to go. Still,
I'm now so much more invested in this now that
I
Kieran
feel a real
is-
kind of,
we could have cost him like £1,000.
Defensively, we seem to be trying to double up out wide. Like we've got 2 or 3 men out wide against their fullback and winger. It looks like we are really trying to stop the cross, and Tete is going to come on for Campbell.
There we go. If it stays 1-0, how much of the money do we get? Did we say tenner?
Nalabala TV says Ipswich fans were really surprised that Stan Collymore was the only footballer caught dogging. They say a team standing around watching other people score every week. Nalabala, you're on a fucking roll today.
They're drawing 0-0 with Russell Martin's MK Dons, by the way, Ipswich. So he's done
Russell,
well.
love that.
Still undefeated against them. Good man.
Tete, the furthest man forward here for some bizarre reason. Go on, Tets.
You know it's time to shut up shop when Tete's on, don't you?
Yeah.
Hugo
love
playing
Tete.
it right back.
Has this been a good Norwich performance today? I think first half was decent. Second half's been a bit.
I think first half I was really pleased with. Second half we haven't created as much as you'd like, but then I suppose Emmy went off with 20 minutes to go. So chance for Richards here.
Flicks it over really nicely, but Hanley face first into that challenge.
Yeah, Hanley
flicks it over Giannoulis, and Hanley just goes, "No, Kieran does not need 1,300 quid. The cash out was correct decision. Don't lose it there, mate. We don't want money being wasted."
He's done quite well, actually.
Oh, McLean loses it though. Poor from him.
He's won it back again. Don't worry. No.
5-man defence.
We're into extra time now. Don't know how much.
Patrick Roberts has actually looked quite bright today, hasn't he? He's been quite a problem.
He's done more in this game than he ever done for us.
I tell you what, Jar, you're right. Grant Hanley has been
Man of the
incredible
match.
this second half. And again, he's blown quite heavily now.
Lad is absolutely knackered.
He's knackered.
He definitely deserves second place in player of the season. Shadow of a doubt. If it wasn't for Emmy being incredible, he'd win it.
Yeah.
And that's with Pookie getting 25.
Yeah, which is a remarkable tally, but it's just his standards are so high. 4 minutes added on at the end. We've got 3 minutes and 10 seconds of that left.
Discord's
Hugo goes
popping
up for the header, pushed in the back by Mengi, wins a free kick just inside the Derby half. Plenty of time here, lads. No rush.
It looks like it's fizzling out. I still feel very much like I hope it doesn't go 1-0. I don't think the goal is coming, but never back against Norwich. You never know what they're going to do.
Nalabala gets a rare.
He's on one.
I think Nalabala has got a rare L with this one. Time to bring on all the martial arts specialists dressed in black. No, that's ninjury time. That's an L. That's an L.
I still like it. I like it.
That's like the biggest dad joke I think has ever been featured on this channel, to be honest.
Norwich with the ball now, looking to just keep it simple, keep possession. Derby are pressing them, but Omoba Medeli, so cool under pressure. Krul's come out and given him an angle. Or Colin Kazan-Richards nicked in. He's nicked it off Krul, cuts it back to the edge of the box.
God,
shot.
Kieran.
Oh, it's miles over. That is really bad.
Kieran, if you're still watching.
Fucking
Timmy, what are you doing, man? Get it out.
Krul's heard something gone. Kieran hasn't cashed out. And then Kazan-Richards has tackled him and gone, oh shit, he has cashed out. Oh God, I better get back.
An absolute
what is he doing? And thank God for Graham Shinney, who's got 3 points for Scotland with that try. Wow, what a chance.
I think Tete's probably in a good enough position to get a block on it, but with Tim Krul was well out of goal.
It's time to do your thing. Shit house of time wasting, please, mate. Knock your feet against the post like you usually do.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, what
Read
a
your
chance.
wall,
How missed, by the way.
Yeah, you got to get that on target, surely.
Go, yeah. Wow.
Jordan Hugo wins another free kick, goes up and wins the header, and then Mengi pushes him in the back.
Lad who's just come on, perfectly fine, is now rolling on the floor as if he's been playing for the last 3 hours.
I can't believe that.
I think this must be defined as a thoroughly professional job. That's the only thing I could think.
I hope Kieran's not actually watching the game, because he'd be watching that thinking, I have just wasted look around listening to these idiots. Oh, not letting go in. 50 seconds left now. Oh, the pressure. The pressure is real.
I reckon Hugo can't believe his luck getting this move.
Why?
He'll get a winner's medal.
He definitely adds something to the team. Like, he's robust, he's good at all the dirty stuff. He's won free kicks since he's been on. He's only been on a few minutes. He's definitely good at stuff. But I think for him to be in the Championship, hopefully winning squad, I think that's ridiculous from him. I think he'd be well chuffed with that.
He's got himself a couple of goals as well. So
yeah.
Norwich one looks like after that Tim Krul, I don't know what on earth he was doing there. Ludicrous moment just to remind us that you should never really back against Norwich to do something stupid. I think Grant's just taking time.
It's over. Norwich win 1-0.
Kieran, Poggers, you did it.
Kieran Dow,
180 quid in your pocket.
It's fair.
Kieran Dow, the match winner. I didn't think I'd say that this season. Fair play to him. Lovely free kick.
Yeah, what are we saying about that game then? 1-0 Norwich, 90 points now for the season after 41 games. Omoba Medeli and Grant Hanley, brilliant performance at the back. Tim Krul, apart from going road runner and don't know what he's doing, played a couple of really good saves. But for me, I think I give Kieran Dow the man of the match just for that incredible free kick.
I think Daniel Farkas just said something to Tim Krul about it because they're both laughing.
What the fuck were you doing?
Yeah. Why were you doing that? Just put it over the stadium.
Good. Norwich, happy with that eventually. Second half, we looked tired, but we held on really well. Yes, Kieran, same time next week for more cash out drama. Please do. I've never felt so invested. I've been invested in Norwich games, but I felt edgy.
Yeah, Farker just in Omoba Medeli's ear there, just giving him some more hints and tips, I guess. But it's nice to see that he's doing that on the pitch.
As we will do next week for more betting and when to cash out or when not.
Kieran says, I'd quit the day job and become professional tipsters. We'd be in legal trouble all the time.
Yeah. No, I think that's very wise, to be honest with you.
Dowell free kick better than the Rooney free kick from Nalabala in the chat. Yeah, I'm tempted to agree with that. It was a fantastic free kick.
Free kick we've seen for a very long time. The pace and the trajectory, all of it. To get that so far top corner with the pace on it, yeah, fair play to him. Likewise, we may have criticised quite a few times on his just inconsistency. The free kick is top level.
Top cock.
Norwich finishing with 61% possession.
This map's about to crash. No, it's not.
Norwich with no clear-cut chances. None, apparently.
Derby with 2.
Offside 5 times.
I think the best thing to say today is that first half we were dominant. That's fair to say. Had a couple of opportunities, but nothing really clear-cut. And then second half, we let Derby unfortunately grow into it a little bit. But to hold on and win that proper grind, I've missed it in terms of we've dominated quite a few games. So it's been nice just to really kind of put that grit determination. I think Amoba Madele and Grant Hanley, again, superb. Cruel apart from wandering out of his goal, again, very strong. Janulis, Aaron's, whole back five really did well today. Ollie Skip again, doing what he does best. And all in all, pretty happy.
I think the thing that makes me think Amoba Madele has been so good in the 3 games that we've seen him is that if Gibson was coming back at some point this season, there's definitely genuinely an argument to say that he wouldn't go straight back in because Amoba Madele has been that good. No, seriously, why is that funny?
No, I just read a comment and it made me laugh.
Joe's getting very defensive.
Yeah. How dare you laugh at me? No, I was just laughing at him.
He's been superb. Get onto the comments, Harvey. Go for it, mate.
Shall I? Apparently, 14 away wins is a club record.
Yes.
So that was achieved today. Craig says, Jake, do you like Dowell yet?
Loves him now.
Oh, you bastard. I knew he was going to message me. That was a fantastic free kick, Craggles. You know that was top quality. Still work to do. You know I like him in parts. It's just that consistency level. That's what we'll say.
You've definitely got a point. I'm backing you on that, Jacob. Lovely in parts, but we just need to see it. Not every week, but most weeks, ideally.
Brentford beat Preston 5-0, by the way.
Blimey.
Yeah.
They're up for it, are they?
And Kieran Smith said, which is what made me laugh, need to get in touch with Rooney about his hair transplant because I think my hairline receded back to 1980 after the last 10 minutes after Which is what made me laugh.
I'm not surprised, mate. Oh, God. Could you imagine if that had got in? We would have felt incredibly guilty for the rest of the day.
I've got the table up. I'll just run through the top 6 because why not? 41 games played. Norwich top on 90, followed by Watford on 82. That's an 8-point gap. Brentford in third, currently on 73. So what's that? That's a 17-point gap, which is absolutely ridiculous. Swansea on 72, Barnsley in fifth on 71, and then Bournemouth in the 6th position at the minute on 68 points. They're currently winning 4-1. Yeah, so sitting pretty, same story as it has been for the last couple of months. I think, what does that mean happens next week when we face Bournemouth in the late kickoff? Because we'll know the results, won't we?
They both play before us, don't they?
Yeah.
Again, if they drop points, we're up. We are up. We know that. Can we just say about the 14 away wins, which Nalbala said, which Harvey read out? How good is that? 14 away wins this season, a new record for Norwich City. That's remarkable, actually. I would say.
In the season after we were so bad from home, what did we win away from home in the Prem? Just the Everton game, was it?
Yeah, single. Yeah, just the one. Which, like you say, and I think it's been built on solidity first, and then the difference makers. And today, you can see why Derby struggle, but we deserved that win for me. Whilst Derby grew into it, I don't think they deserved a draw after the first half, where we played again really well. To get 14 away wins, for me, that's very, very good. And I'd love to see us build on that in the Prem. And maybe that's what I think we were missing last year, that solidity away from home. Be able to go and grind out a result, which Everton aside, we just didn't do, did we? I think Bournemouth was probably our only other away clean sheet that season. So, no, to have that is a lot better. But all in all, good win for Norwich. 90 points. Like you say, Joe, what is it? 16 points clear now of 17 points clear of
17.
Brentford.
Yeah.
A 30-point clear point of Swansea. We're going up to the Premier League, boys. Just keep enjoying it. Keep enjoying the wins. Thanks for that.
Up the
It's
football league we go.
It's one thing. We are Norwich, super Norwich, Marker is our king. Right, man of the match. I'm going to go Grant Hanley. He made one mistake. Krul kept him out.
Stay down. Stay down. Going up. Stay down. No, man of the match. I still think Kieran Dow, just because that free kick is a beautiful finish. And he played really well in the first half. But I can completely agree with Grant Hanley and Andrew Immobile-Madele were both, very, very solid in that second half. You, Harvey?
I'm going to give it to Dow just for drama, I think. just to sort of disagree.
He played what did he play? 65, 70 minutes and he's got man of the match.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Why not?
Not the official.
Kieran Smith says, good show, boys. I'll keep you updated on the head transplant next Saturday. 8 for the Bournemouth game. Surely got to be over 1.5 against Bournemouth. Well, we are not betting advice on this channel. However, you can use our link for fans bet if it is.
I would say probably. I think you're right there, Kieran, mate. But just don't make us sweat online.
Don't hold us to that. That's just our opinions, and whatever you do with your money is your business.
Oh, sorry, Skip will win man of the match because he's been put in the Twitter poll. Just so you know,
he'll win it.
Then.
Grant Hanley's up there at the minute, but it's only been alive for a couple of minutes. So
I'm gonna go and have to give Grant a vote. He was brilliant today.
We'll be on it for you, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. The next 2 games, Grant Hanley.
Right. And then we're done pretty much, aren't we?
Yeah. Talk about the next couple of games and lovely job.
There you go. We're back on again. Apologies for that again.
Okay, let's look forward then, lads. Really, two very interesting games coming up against 2 of the better teams in the division. Be interesting to see how Immobile-Madele does. We've obviously got Pukki chasing the golden boot down. Ivan Toney just ahead of him at the minute. How do you see it all playing out, lads? What do you think we'll see over the next couple of weeks?
I don't know how just ahead of him he is. I don't know how many Ivan Toney scored in the.
I think it's 3.
Oh, shit, how many has he scored today? Yeah.
Good point. Let's have a look at that. Have a look at Brentford score.
Yeah, you'd expect he'd have scored a couple.
Brentford today against 5-0. They scored 1.
So he's 4 ahead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that now means, because Tony got an assist as well, Emmy's not the only one with double goals and assists this season, which for me as a statistician annoys me slightly. But oh well. In terms of Bournemouth, I think it's going to be done by next week, mate. Hopefully by the time we're playing them. So hopefully we'll be celebrating and enjoying life. So 5 games to go now. Just continue to enjoy them, lads, and hopefully get a few more wins because we're going to be up in the big leagues next season.
And it will be a very different story to this season, but it will be no less interesting. It will be. I'm really up for it. Properly up.
Well today after a couple of performances where we just didn't quite get them. So happy with that as well. Yeah.
All right, lads. Anything else, or should we leave it there?
I think that's all done, mate.
I think if you haven't already, give this video a like. We've really enjoyed it today. Norwich get another win on the road. And Jacob, you get to eat your words about Dow. What is more to like about today's game? Let's just quickly round off some comments. Nalabala TV says, I have Dusty Carpet in the National, never been beaten. Well, you've bragged about it now, so they'll definitely lose. Otherwise, I think that is pretty much it. Let's round this off before we crash again. So
subscribe, please. We need some more subs, so let your mates do it as well. Bang that sub button, please. Please hit it.
You sound very desperate.
Please,
we are.
Please subscribe.
So if you are one of the people that are here every week, thank you. But please make sure you're subbed. Please, please, please. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later on.
See ya.
Now.